I suppose that makes sense.
Hello, Internet! We are live with City States of Lavistio? God, what is this show called? The Insatiables!
Insatiables.
I didn't do a countdown for my players because they were having a very interesting conversation that I wanted some kind of record on. How's it going, everyone?
Good it goes.
It's going 200%.
Doing all right?
200%.
We love going at 200%, even though I don't have enough ATP in my body to do that. Regardless, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 7 weeks for Greg.
It's been a while, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, welcome back, Greg.
Thank you.
How was your... I don't want to call it a break. Break from us,
my break? Well, I worked every day for like 10 to... I don't know, probably more like 9 to 10 hours. There were days I worked more, there were days I worked less, but I was working a lot. And that's mostly what I did. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 just came out, and I spent 9 hours playing that last night, and it is everything I wanted. It's so very good.
I watched up to the point where the brush people were like saying I'm fine in the fiery room.
That was so funny. I laughed so hard when that happened. The writing in that game is very clever. It's very interesting. There's a lot going on, and I might be assigning too much to it in some places. But just in general, the characters are very well written. The dialogue is clever, and when it wants to be funny, it can be very funny. And when it wants to be like serious, it can tug at the heartstrings a little bit. Very well written game, very fun to play. I'm so excited to look at it more and see the weird environments.
Well, I'm looking forward to you playing more on twitch.tv/Greg Hansen.
I mean, if you want to watch, you could just like play it yourself. It's so good.
Yeah,
but yeah, happening. I'll be doing that.
Rube!
Yes, sir.
Are you wearing a robe? What are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing a sweater because we have a cold front in the valley right now.
Oh, I see.
It's like 75. It's a cold front.
It's 50. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 59 actually. It rains today once. That's cold.
It did not stop raining here all day.
Oh, really? You guys got more rain than us then.
Mm-hmm. Well, Pax, how was your 2 weeks off?
Oh, it was excellent. I'm a little tired. I had Taco Fest yesterday where I fed 1,000 people different types of tacos.
Like,
smoked.
Personally?
I think I smoked. Yeah, our booth. Yeah, we smoked 16 tri-tips, 8 briskets, and then like 40 pounds of chicken.
Jesus.
Yeah. The empanadas were pretty good until they dried out. Bless you.
That is how they go. I'm trying to find the right... Yeah, let's do this. I don't know if this soundtrack's going to be going, but for my special boy, Red, how was your 2 weeks, man?
Good.
You know, Red, I feel like we don't know anything about you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
What do you want to know about me?
Well, who are you dating right now? Are you dating anyone? When are we getting grandbabies? You know? When are you getting married? What's your social security number?
How's your credit looking right now, Red? You got credit?
I don't have credit, and it's actually a problem, and I'm too scared to confront that
I'm
problem.
glad we had this conversation.
Because it's a scary concept. So I just imagine...
You had to make... If you had to make a 4-digit PIN with which to utilize for most of your life, what would that 4-digit PIN be?
Quick funny story, because this is hilarious. When I got my first card, I went to the manager at the bank I go to, and he asked me, "What do you want your 4-digit PIN to be?" And I, not expecting that question, gave him the year I was born.
Wow.
It is no longer that. That won't work if you somehow find my card. But that was my immediate answer because I was stupid and much younger.
What was 17 years ago, guys?
I'm not 17, John.
18?
2007.
You were born in 2006?
Gross.
No, I can't tell you the answer because that little
You
slight.
said
I don't even know why I'm
We'll wait a
defending it that
couple
much.
weeks. Don't
It's
worry.
not my
We're gonna
pin
forget.
anymore.
We're gonna have the same conversation later.
Change
Nick,
to his bank account right now.
Nickelodeon, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Making it through. Work's a mess.
Yeah.
Too many people taking vacation, plus they still kind of recovering from the person they fired a couple months ago. But, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that that's happening to you, but I'm glad you're here, buddy.
Thank you.
Also, I need more help putting down the Canadian in my Discord server, and you're the only one willing to do that. Henrietta, how's it going? How's your 2 weeks off been?
It's been pretty good. Yeah, I had finals last week, and then I have
Huge.
another finals next, starting tomorrow. Is my studying time.
Mm-hmm.
We had spring break at work.
Yeah.
I got strep throat or tonsillitis or something, and I'm on antibiotics right now.
Jeez.
We're a couple weeks, man.
We stopped playing D&D for 2 weeks, and so
I
much has
know, and
happened.
everything goes down the drain.
Oh. Well, guys. Nobody asked me how I'm doing, so I'm gonna move on. How dare you, Red?
We don't care, John.
Yeah. I know why I'm here. What
We're alive.
happened
That's all that matters.
the last time we played? And normally I throw this upon the guy who wasn't here. But, you know, missing 7 sessions is kind of a hard recap to do.
It's
so
a
Greg,
bit of a recap, yeah.
I think Greg could do it. Just only last session though. That's all you have to recap. We
if
gave
you
you a
had,
good
like,
rundown.
5 sentences. How would
Yeah.
you best guess what happened?
So my best guess is that as soon as Bella was out of here, the party just decided that it was the best possible time to do the beach episode, right? We had to get as much dwarf chesticles out there as possible. And then we did this beach episode until it was interrupted by what I can only describe as Foghorn Leghorn in elf form, who irritated them so much that it drove them into the clutches of a dragon, who they have then slaved over hand and foot to pay off the debt of killing Foghorn Leghorn elf. And now they have left after being framed for stealing a magic carpet.
You know?
You got some details scarily accurate, and then everything went off rails.
Foghorn Leghorn, the
Leghorn.
elf.
That happened. We do hate that
We
guy.
named him Brogan. His name was Brogan, by the way.
Yeah.
We were on a boat. I'll give you that for the beach episode. We were temporarily
Which was
on a
stranded
boat.
in the desert.
Mhm.
Sand is beach adjacent.
Sand and beach. Yeah, exactly.
There
Is that
wasn't
how
water,
that
but that's
works?
okay. We had the sand.
You know, beaches
mean-
are connected to land. I suppose sand is a part of the desert. That's basically a
really-
beach.
Long distance beach.
Long distance beach. Hell yeah.
Arrakis. Anyway,
You did miss John tormenting us with riddles.
it's true. We had some 5th grade riddle puzzles, and I had a lot of internet.
They were the worst riddles. Actually, no, they were the best riddles. You should do them again always because I loved them.
Are you sure? But you already know
Yeah.
the answers. Here.
I know the answer to almost every riddle.
I don't know the answers. I work with preschoolers. I only know.
Greg, do you want
preschool
a
things.
single riddle that these guys know the answer to?
Sure. Am I getting tested, I guess?
I'm just gonna give
Why
you
not?
one riddle to give you an example of what they had to fight or had to deal with.
If you get it wrong, no XP.
It was
from all the
so
sessions
hard.
you missed.
I see. I
What
see.
comes down but never goes up?
Rain.
Yes, you've done it. Congratulations. That was basically the hardest riddle.
Wait, was it?
Yeah. I'm not even
That was the
kidding.
hardest one.
Uh,
The first one was about what word can you add 2 letters and make it shorter?
Add 2 letters to the word and make it shorter. Well, the word is short.
yeah,
We can add 2 letters to that and make it shorter.
that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You've done it. Congratulations. That was the first riddle.
Aren't
we
they
had
amazing?
some
And don't
fun.
you want to get those riddles all the time?
I like the riddles where there was no answer and I killed you. How many people did
That
I
was a good
kill?
one.
I killed Pax. I killed Thymond. Osric made it out, no big deal. Osric just took the back door into the answer room. Did Jonal die? No, Jonal just fell
No.
like 5 feet and then was okay.
Yeah, the answer to the riddle was you killing us. So
Yeah. Now that we've been doing fuck all for 20 minutes, you guys want to play D&D?
Yeah. Oh, you forgot the most
Yep.
important thing that happened,
What?
which is that we have stolen a magical carpet. So,
We-
our travel
Allegedly.
allegedly stole.
we weren't framed for it, guys.
Allegedly.
You guys
We
did
just
steal
didn't
that.
return it after we borrowed it, okay?
Yeah, exactly. And they
So-
didn't ask for it back.
Belle.
So,
I'm going to focus in on you for a minute here.
Okay.
Because that dialogue is the self-justification of how you guys did not steal a magical carpet is what you hear coming back into consciousness as Osric is piloting a obviously stolen magical carpet that they themselves took after it being loaned out by the government to you guys.
Heck yeah.
You have vague memories of hanging out with an ancient gold dragon who just spoke
Whoa.
Draconic at you, as though you were like a sounding board, while you yourself were just trapped in a T-pose for weeks now.
For weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at your companions. Some of them seem to have changed. Maybe not physically, but definitely mentally.
I'm changing mentally all the time. No, I think Belle's the first thing Belle hears is that I definitely did not steal a magic carpet that we are riding on is like a point of pride. It's like, yes, I knew these were good people. This is what we need to do more of. We're joyriding a magic carpet. I like a whole new world starts playing in the background as my like musical talent starts up, and I'm excited. I start looking over the clouds and shit. Like, yes, these are new sights. I don't fly.
You don't normally fly.
that is the correct reaction.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
To my memory, you guys are flying south, correct? Osric, where
Yes.
are you taking
That is correct.
the party?
Where am I taking them?
Yeah, you're the pilot.
Shit. South.
Good answer.
I mean, unless someone else has other ideas that we need to like stop somewhere for whatever reason, he's just gonna keep going until we get to that next part of the riddle because we're on a time crunch now, right? We've got fucking teleporting half orcs, you know, trying to do some shit. We've got there's a red dragon around here somewhere, so
Yeah.
you know we gotta just
Big
get
yeah.
places. If we stop and someone asks a question about this magical carpet, Osric can't guarantee he's not going to kill that person.
I make no guarantees about your safety.
Do not ask
Exactly.
about
I'm like,
the
"Where's the
carpet.
magic carpet?" And he's like, they're dead. They're gone. It's like, you're asking too many questions. So he's got to go. We've got to get places.
Okay.
He will take suggestions, but as the dad that's driving the car, those suggestions cannot be from McDonald's or anything like that. They have to be helpful suggestions.
Can we stop at the City of 1,000 Dreams for a happy meal?
No.
I heard they
I love
have
that
new
city.
toys. Party, Belle seems a little bit disoriented, a little bit out of the loop, has just seemed
A little
to
bit.
pop her shoulders down for the first time in days. Anything you guys want to talk to Belle about while you guys are several hundred feet in the air flying south?
I think they got the gist of they were there the whole time.
I've been
We-
here the
we-
whole time.
Iterate, I think we say that riddle that we got from Lord Brogan when Jonal identified the magical gym Libram.
Yes, the spell Libram.
Yes, I've got you. To the source of serpent you have... Wait.
You want start? No,
Yes.
start again. Start again.
Hold on. I got this.
Yeah. Get the
Mulligan.
rhythm. Get the rhythm. You got this.
All right. I just have to make sure I was starting at the right spot. To the source of serpent you have traversed, but now your path takes you down, reversed, to ancient mouth where waters bursts, where sea takes ever thirst. To shrine you travel below ocean shallows, where cities were dispersed. Seek not the mother of the sea, she is easy to take ire. Instead seek daughters who drift near warm waters, and whose guilt reminds them of their summoned slaughters. They shall seek aid or task or deed unknown. Just remember thy one desire, lest you never leave their watery home.
You can find this, like, literally.
These sound.
Like spoken
You
poetry.
scroll up like an inch, you'll
These
find
sound
it.
like my kind of sisters, honestly. Do we know of any rivers? Like, to me, this is very clearly that we are looking for like the mouth of a river, right? Like the river that goes into the thirsty sea, right? Do we know of
Yep.
anything that's not the Itiru River Delta? Like, I feel like this seems pretty self-explanatory.
That
It
is
does
directly where we are heading,
The
ma'am.
Children
Yes.
of Ardina? That place?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It might be the place.
it very well might be the place. Heading southbound along the Iteru. Although you are flying, this travel is going to take several days, which is far better than the several months you guys took walking up this river. As a little note, your caravaner, what's his name? Oh god, I've already forgotten.
Bahamaran.
Haha, man.
Bahaman is
He
no
who
longer
let the
selling
dogs
you
out.
Mountain Dew or Sierra Mist. You have left him behind in a besieged city. 07 comrade, I believe. The term.
07 Comrade Bahamaran.
Hey,
He'll make it.
that was him.
He's a survivor. He'll make it.
That was his choice. He thought he could make some nice money in a war zone.
It's true. He did. He also paid you all, yeah?
He did pay us.
By
Knowing that we're
Polish.
going to be up here for multiple days, we might have to make a pit stop. Because Osric, driver daddy, only has so much food.
It's true. I suppose that's up to you, driver daddy. Where are you wanting to make your
Driver
pit
daddy.
stop?
Got 15 rations.
Unless things have changed while I've been unconscious, I have 17 rations I can contribute to foodstuffs.
That
I
is a
don't
nice
believe that
contribution.
has
There-
changed.
There's 5 in my backpack that you've been carrying.
I'm counting that as part of the rations and all. I know how to count. Your things are my things now. Like, I haven't... Your backpack's not in there anymore. I just kind of dumped it into my pack. And then tossed it.
Smart.
Unless one day you were going to get strong enough to carry your own shit.
Osric, I asked you a question of where you're making this pit
Sorry.
stop. And you just use that opportunity to just shit talk Jamal.
Gonna take every opportunity to talk shit about Janal. So with the 17 from Bell, we have 32 rations, which will get us like how many?
6 days.
5 days? 6 days? Yeah. How far can we get in 5 to 6 days?
You will get past Marivo, and then run out of food a third of the way down to Lo Arla.
That's not good. Guess we're gonna have to fucking stop in the city. Who said they wanted to stop in the city of dreams? You jinxed us, you son of a bitch.
I'm so excited to stop in the City of 1,000 Dreams. We love that place.
When we run to that strange man with the staff again, I'm shoving it up his ass. Is this also the place where there was the
carnival? Yes, the carnival
the
city.
Did
carnival?
someone give Osric like a candy bar? He's not.
Burning that fucking carnival to the ground.
What are the chances
a
the
road.
carnival's still in the city? The
No,
traveling
they gotta be
circus.
going north.
They better be gone. For their sake.
I had a
Going
great time.
north,
at Carnival.
just like us
The
after I
city-
flipped the map around.
Okay, some of us will go inside to get things, and then we gotta leave. I can't walk around carrying this carpet. It's huge, and people are gonna try to steal it. Or they're gonna ask questions, and if I have to answer any questions, I'm gonna get pissed off.
Can we not roll up the carpet?
It's big. It's a big carpet.
It's a really
Look
big
at it. Look
carpet.
down.
It can fit
Look at this.
5 people plus a kobold, at the very least.
Oh my god, we have a kobold. What's
No,
he
we
No.
left him go
Oh, we
home.
had.
No,
we
left
had.
him.
Oh.
It's true.
He's the emissary from Shill of the Seven Rivers that we left at Renabal.
And hopefully, when they discover that he is not, in fact, a political individual, he does not get
They won't
killed
discover that.
where he stands.
They won't discover that. I
think
poisoned
he's
him with honeyed
6
words for 6 days.
He's
My
6 foot tall.
experience with
I
the
trust
political
you,
world.
X. I don't know if you can train a kobold to be the best actor in the world in 6 days.
He's only
You
6
have to be
months
a
old. He
good
like drank
actor.
up
You
all
have to
that
be
knowledge.
confusing.
The
have to be
brain's a
confusing.
sponge.
Regardless,
Are we
It's a
going to
large
Marvo? Where are we going?
Let's go to Marvo. Let's go to
Going to
Marvo and
Marvo.
resupply.
Guys, what if we pool our money together and buy a bag of holding so that we can put the carpet in the bag of holding and not worry about storage of it?
What's a
you
bag
got
of
money
holding?
What
for
do
a
you
fucking
got?
bag of holding.
That's why I said
You
pool our
guys
money.
head down to Marivo, flying lower and lower to the ground. When you all arrive, landing outside the city's outskirts, you will, of course, have been spotted unless you were specifically stealthy or not. Which I don't think Osric has it in his blood to be stealthy, I'm not gonna lie.
And Belle is shooting fireworks off the back as we approach.
Shooting fireworks.
Like, look at us!
A demented Gandalf shows up to the city, and all of the people start losing it immediately. They're like, "Oh my god, you're so cool! Well, you're on a flying carpet! I've only heard about this! Are you wizards?"
I'm something better than a wizard. I am
What
an
are you?
entertainer.
Oh my god!
Come,
Just
let me
showing
weave you
up.
many
It's like a guy
tales.
comes into frame just for a moment, like, "Oh!" Revelation or jubilation. Yeah, you guys just show up on a magic carpet. This is totally not illegal at all. It's like flying a Cessna right up to a bunch of domiciles.
Heck yeah.
You roll up your carpet, and I mean, you're gonna be questioned by just a horde of people who are like, "Who are you all?" and "What's going
Belle
on?"
spends all of her time reveling in this and weaving yarns of all the things that I definitely was there for with the party. And I will like enthrall people, right? One of the skill sets that I have as a glamour bard is the enthralling performance, right? And so like
Yeah.
I'm sitting here giving like 10-minute long poems, songs, dances of all of our party stuff so that the entire crowd is focused on me and not whatever our dwarves are doing with the carpet.
Yeah, I think Jonal is back. We've done this once before, this song and
We
dance,
have,
where
yes,
you and I
yes.
do a distraction. I think we're kind of doing that same thing again.
And
Absolutely.
together, you, the spellcasters, will distract the crowds of people as the two dwarves plus the, I don't know, obviously subtle packs, quietly diverts to a side alley and start shuffling away with their huge ass carpet. You guys are very noticeable at this moment, and it seems that at least two of you are loving it.
Yes.
Party, you will attempt to get shopping done. Let's do some shopping. Who wants to go first?
We don't have enough
Who's brave?
for Thymon's magic carpet, but Ozric needs food.
Yeah.
Need food,
Well,
so
everyone needs food.
Yeah,
Ozric's
everyone needs
carrying
food.
Yeah. Let's knock out rations.
it. How
Let me
many
find out.
days to get here?
I'm sorry?
5.
It took 3 days to get here.
Oh.
You guys move at 100 miles a day now, rather than 20. So, 2.5. It's like
That's a
midday.
nice change.
Yeah. Moving 5 times
my
faster.
Calculator, go away.
we need 2
it's-
weeks worth of rations for the party.
Yeah.
Shall I allow you to be ration mistress and just delete the 17 rations from my sheet?
Yeah, I've already added it to my
Okay,
thing anyways.
I will do
We have
so.
14 left. How many did you say that we need?
We need 2
it's-
weeks worth.
It's about 13 more days to the river delta, so
13 times 6. Cheapest. Okay, we need at least 60 plus the ones that we already have.
that would be
Alright.
30 gold worth.
I hate to be the guy to do this, but it's time to calculate weight real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have a bag of folding, and not. I mean, we do have a magic carpet, and weight is a big part of it.
Indeed.
Mhm.
You have the biggest size, which is a 6-foot by 9-foot carpet of flying. It
Mhm.
has a capacity of 800 pounds. So my question to you, the 5 of you, I know you all are under 800 pounds. Were you all just in clothing? But when it comes to your extra stuff, your gear, I need to know poundage here.
I am carrying 55 pounds.
Okay.
So, with gear, I'm about 105 pounds total.
All right. How heavy is Belle in general? Would you say, Greg?
Why would you ask a lady her weight?
Give me a range. You know.
Let's see. I'm tall and a tiefling. So I'm gonna say like. I'm gonna say she's like 140.
How tall is she?
I don't know. Let's
140
say
is
5. Let's say
taller than a
5,
dwarf.
5'11",
How
Oh,
tall
she's
is
got
she
she's
in
like 150,
ice skates?
160. 140
Yeah.
is skinny.
160.
All right. I'll add 10 more because I went heavy on the weight.
I'm bad
Because-
with weights because I'm a basketball nerd, and so when I say I'm 6 foot and like 195 when I'm playing, people are like, wow, that's big, and I'm like, that's so small. It's so small. I'm the smallest person by miles.
Pax, how heavy are you?
With gear and body weight, 218.
Okay. We are almost at 500. Thymond,
Gear plus weight. Let me add that for you.
You're our heaviest boy, I know, by leagues here.
I'm a dwarf in chainmail. I'm about 250 pounds.
Uh-oh. Maybe our carpet shouldn't have even got us here.
Shit. Hang on. 483 plus... How much did you say?
About 250. Weight plus gear.
Osric, how heavy are you?
Osric is actually the heaviest.
How?
Because he's a stout little boy and he carries everyone's things.
That is true.
So he's like 300 pounds with gear.
Heck
Uh,
yeah.
Why
We
did
might
it
need to invest in a magic bag of holding. It's imperative to the group.
733 plus 300? Alright, so you guys are 233 pounds overweight. So, it's time to shed some weight, Thymond and Osric. How'd you guys
It's not
get
the
here?
first time I've heard that.
And most of that weight is Osric.
Osric?
He's like 240.
Oh my god.
He's a
He is a stocky boy.
he's a dense, strong man. I have him as like, you know.
Osric, we're gonna need to do some cardio, make you lose some water weight here.
Maybe I have his
Hmm.
weight wrong. Maybe his weight should be less. Maybe that's me. Because he's so short. And I'm not a short person.
wait.
So I don't know how short people work.
Okay. I misread the thing. So it literally says just under weight capacity. A carpet can carry up to twice the weight shown on the table, but it flies at half speed if it carries more than its normal capacity. So you guys are within the 1,600 pound weight limit.
Oh, perfect.
You guys are just moving somewhat slower. I think that's where the 100 miles is actually coming from, now that I'm thinking about it.
So we have
Because-
plenty of room for rations.
What I heard is we can get way bigger.
You can get way
Gotta
bigger.
stop by McDonald's and the gym, right? Pack it both ways.
Can we bring a cast iron oven with us, guys? Like, would that be detrimental to our weight capacity?
I'm a bull carpet. I'm a bull carpet.
While you guys figure
Yeah.
out stuff,
How
I need
heavy
to...
how heavy is one ration?
It's like
2 pounds.
2 pounds.
I'm gonna turn
Yeah,
on my
but
thing
yeah,
real quick.
Osric himself is like 300 pounds because he's carrying so many rations. He's burdened.
How much do we think a bag of holding would cost us?
Priceless? John, they literally don't exist for the most part in John's world, so.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat what you just said?
How much, in theory, would a bag of holding cost?
You will never find one on the market.
Got it.
Because
We'll get to,
teams
like-
of assassins, wizards, and sorcerers would descend upon them with a fury to seize all sorts of instant transportable storage space. There are also nuclear missiles. Can you imagine just having two items that instantly rip into the astral plane, Thymond?
Nope.
Okay.
I've never been there, personally.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's space.
Never been.
Need to spend 30 gold on some rations.
Yes, please. Who wants to track the total party weight?
That's a great
so that
question.
I don't need to.
Well, I normally volunteer for things like that, but it sounds like we have tracking being done on a macro scale with like rations and things. Should we combine that into one role? If you don't want it, I can take it. I'll make a spreadsheet.
It would be nice if we had just like a document that I can put that on instead of on my
Yeah.
character sheet.
Maybe I should just add a second sheet.
Yeah, because the
Party
rations
sheet.
themselves are over 100 pounds. If they're 2 pounds each, they're 144 pounds right now.
I'm
Yeah,
a
where's the
believer
character
in
sheet?
centralizing like that work, whether it's myself or if
Okay.
since it's
It looks
being
like-
done.
Yeah.
already.
I also already paid for the rations, so.
All right.
Sick.
I have given you guys the magic carpet. This will be your party sheet. No! I just fucked up.
It's gone.
Alright, I have to remake the character sheet. I'm an idiot. I hit NPC rather than edit sheet directly. Either way, I just need everyone to know that you guys, before any purchases, once we did the sheet calculation, or the weight calculation, you guys were at 1033. And then whatever will be added after that. So, whoever
I'm just
wants
gonna make a note of 1033 weight.
Yes.
If that becomes important. I have the number
I will
written
put
down.
it down. 1033. Wait.
There you guys go.
Is that included rations that we just bought or no?
That is
No.
including rations because the Ozark's weight that I gave you included the rations.
And that's what it is.
Boop, boop.
Because he's like 180 plus 60, so like 240, right? And then plus the rations was an additional. Well, actually, it was 50 pounds less than it should have been. But then he's like 340.
I just need to know whenever you exceed that weight and you are unable to fly at all. Because then I'm going to send in seagulls.
What's the total weight that we need to be under?
1600.
1600?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna add 40 more onto this, so it's 1073 plus the rest of the rations that I did not do math correctly for.
Okay.
And that's on my sheet.
Sounds good. As a note about traveling, you guys don't travel 24/7. You do rest at times during camp or otherwise, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose if Osric doesn't want to be the sole driver, he could... I don't know, resting on top of a flying carpet is probably somewhat awkward, along with all of your stuff. Like a 6-foot by 9-foot rug everyone's just sort of grasping onto as it oscillates with the air. Probably not a carpool, or the greatest carpool vehicle. So you guys definitely camp. I don't know if you care about camping supplies. The climbs are relatively nice here. Like you guys can go without tents for the most part.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah.
Those
Be
three need to get-
responsible and sleep in the trees.
So we're gonna
Flying
continue
underneath the
traveling,
cactus.
stay a night in the magical city.
Sounds
See,
like
the
a plan to
carnival's still
me.
here.
Carnival was never here. Carnival was in Erevo, to the north.
Oh,
I thought it was here.
City of the Thousand Dreams just has people
The people.
It has
and
dreams.
dreams.
Yeah.
Only
Only
1,000
1,000
of them.
though.
Only
Only
a
1,000.
thousand. Most
Yeah,
of the
get
people
yours while
don't
they're
dream, actually.
Yeah. Well, no, the rest of them have nightmares.
Mm.
They can't call it the city of like 200,000 something nightmares, so you know that's not.
The city of 271,347 nightmares. Seems
Doesn't roll
very
off the tongue
specific.
They
as
have the
well.
same ring.
Yeah, this doesn't flow off the tongue as well.
It's all the same nightmare, too, of just like a giant spider.
Every night.
It's-
Beautiful city.
True. It's beautiful. Any other shopping we need to do other than food?
I have nothing that I need.
Then any activities you want to do before hitting the road once more?
Quick stop.
Pax wants to be out of the city as soon as possible. He's still worried about assassins.
Yeah, let's do an assassin check.
Ah, shit.
We just fucking got here, Pax.
Pax, do you want highs or lows?
Always highs.
Always highs?
He's always high.
Me too.
Pax, how are you looking for assassins?
When everyone else is shopping, I'm like across the street, and I use skirt away sometimes and go to like cheap taverns we've been through before, and looking for familiar faces, watching my back, checking bounty boards, I guess.
Yeah. While you are doing this, you see a haggish creature. Has to be a halfling, first of all. Great big wart-covered face. Honestly, head is like 70% of the body, or, you know, of the torso. So, quite a large head. It's almost like a pumpkin on a small body. And as you arrive, this cracked up fiend just stares at you and starts cackling madly. Pax.
What do you think you're laughing at?
I'm laughing at it.
And he kind of spits a bad taste out of his mouth and tries to walk away.
Yeah, you walk away. They don't stop you.
And then he walks around the corner and just like stalks this haggish creature for a little bit.
They appear to be an infirm, incapable creature who is sort of posted up in this crappy swill bar you visited briefly the last time you were here. They seem to survive off of charity more so than anything else. But every so often, maybe if you wait for an hour, you will see a thuggish-looking person come up to them and offer them a small pouch. After checking the contents of it, they will hand it back, as well as a small scroll.
And an information broker, it seems.
Something like that.
Someone who definitely knows things, and that makes Pax awfully rushed to try to get back on the magic carpet and start flying south to try to lose any tail that's on him.
You find Osric at like several sandwich shops just running between them, trying to get as many orders filled as possible.
We need to get out of this city as soon as possible, Osric. As soon as possible. This is no good. Bad omens, bad vibes.
Hex, did you do something again?
I did nothing this time, but I have a bad feeling. I trust that bad feeling, so we should get out of the city as soon as possible.
Right. I mean, if everyone else is done, I think we can just keep going.
Jonal and Bell are like fully engaging a crowd of like just random people. Diamond is showing off his shoes to like some soldiery type who's just, those are Hydra leather. And it's very like
Real nice. It's high
American
quality.
Psycho, like inspecting the cards as they're like looking at each other's shoes. Oh god, they're steel tipped.
Someone's gonna start licking his boots if we don't leave. Come on.
I haven't tested it, but I think they're acid resistant.
Acid washed.
No.
Come on, kids, let's go.
You're just jealous that I have cool shoes.
What?
As part of my magical inspiration, I get to, or not magical inspiration, I'm sorry, but my enthralling performance, I get to like kind of charm the crowd a little bit. I don't know if you want to make saving throws for them or not, but I'm gonna leave them with a like spread the tales of those who fly on magic carpets, the greatest heroes in the world, far and wide. I want
names.
We are Bell and the Double D's.
We'll sing your praises forever.
Far and wide. Yes, good.
I
I want to be a star.
Bell is a star.
Absolutely.
And you wave goodbye to your sycophants as you stand atop your unrolled magic carpet, which shoots off into the air quite slowly,
Yeah.
but to them, slightly slower than a horse that's going full tilt. And you all fly southward. 2 hours later, the sun sets, and you guys camp outside the city. Because Pax is terrified of sleeping indoors.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Pax, it has been multiple months since we talked about this last time, but why do you have assassins after you, gay?
I was in great debt, and I hired an
Uh-huh.
assassin to take care of my debtor. He did such a good job,
Uh-huh.
and it seemed like such a good idea at the time that I hired a
Uh-huh.
second assassin to take out the first assassin
Uh-huh.
for a much cheaper price. It's like, if I have this debt, I can use this smaller debt to take care of this bigger debt. And now they both want me, actually, I think.
So
I've been
they
running
didn't-
for
they didn't kill
like
each
a year
other
now.
I mean,
don't think
technically
so.
speaking,
Maybe.
only the first one you hired actually did their job.
I shouldn't owe anything to the second one.
I agree
I don't
with
know
you.
if it
I
was
mean,
like a
if like
like a-
services were not rendered, that's just you can talk to the manager about that one.
I think maybe they're in cahoots with each other now to split the debt. I'm not quite sure. I've been running for over a year. It's been quite exhausting.
How big is this debt? At a certain point, it's just
Oh.
not economically sound to be chasing you around everywhere.
I think it was like 200
It's probably
gold, right?
economically sound. It was like 1,000 gold.
But you could have paid that.
It was like 1,000 gold. The first one was
With interest?
the first one was like 1,000. The second one was like 500.
Okay.
So you see what I mean? Like, if he would have done his job, I could have paid that. When I hired the first assassin, you have to understand, Osric, when I hired the first assassin, the security for the debtor was so great, I thought it would be like mutually assured destruction. I wouldn't have to pay him.
Uh-huh.
He was a good assassin. Apparently worth 1,000 gold. And I thought, well, surely he's not better
Did you
than
put like a
500
down
gold.
payment down or anything? I mean,
I gave him a horse as a down payment. He didn't ask where I got the horse. So, yes, I made some sort of down payment. But then I ran, and I don't know what
Uh-huh.
that does for the contract. I think the
I
contract
don't
goes
know
against me
either.
now.
Pax, at some point you're gonna have to stage your own death, I'm sorry to say. Luckily, we have a expert here at staging things.
Oh, that's
So-
very true.
Yeah. Or I could just run forever, and that seems like a more preferable outcome, Osric.
Well, we now
I
have
think
a
it'd be really
magical
funny if we
carpet.
just like set up like a nice little play where at the end of it you got hung and Belle got to like preach in front of a bunch of people and say your name like 6 or 7 times so it really gets ingrained in people's memory that Pax is dead. And then we just find you later, in a hole, and and then you just come on out, and then you change your hair. All right, maybe you go bald like me. Okay, get a tattoo or something, real prominent.
Tattoo, maybe. You're not
Uh-huh,
touching my
uh-huh.
hair, ever.
I don't want hairs, really. I mean, if I grew some hair, unrecognizable. No one would even know it was me.
That's not true.
I've done it.
Oh, if the problem's just with touching your hair, I can just singe them off.
I don't believe placing your beard hair with honey upon your head counts as growing it. You were quite unrecognizable, though.
Thank you.
I
The
think
point
they
still
confused you for an
stands.
ogre a few times.
If I'd had the opportunity and the time to grow it out, I could have.
I see.
Not anymore. The baldness is now permanent, but I could have.
I mean, no offense, Osric, but time doesn't seem to be your strong suit. I don't. Who knows how much you have left? Let's be honest.
I'm in the
The
best
oldest dwarf
health
I've
of
ever
my
met.
life. You son of a fucking.
Osric's
young
cortisol
nothing.
levels just spike. You guys have a merry time camping outside of Maravo, the city of the thousand dreams. And then you guys travel. Sorry. Okay. That's not being yelled at me. You guys travel. Oh, are you guys just
Whoa.
making a straight shot to the coast?
I don't know if we can make it now, knowing that we're only going half speed, to be honest.
I have accounted for your travel time and moving half speed. You're still
What is
going
our travel
to be
time?
ignoring all ground slows. You're also on a tireless mount, unlike
Yeah.
a horse who gets tired.
We only have 13 days worth of food on us, though. Will that get us all the way over here?
It'll get you 1,300 miles.
Okay.
Is approximately back home.
You guys want to go back to Dan Ibble?
I guess
My
we-
home.
Dan Ibble.
I've had this map
we
of this
left
place,
Dan
that
Nibble in
place
the
in my
best-
backpack the whole time.
best place to be out.
Osric, what are you saying? It sounds like you're mumbling to yourself.
We just like it
First-
when Grandpa
first thing to
talks
go
to
for
himself
those-
in the corner.
He's a crazy old
First
man.
things to mind for those senile elders, you know.
Is Dan Nibble not the place where we got a bunch of people upset with us by burning down a building?
That
Nope.
is not the place, no.
That's not the
Nope.
place? Fantastic. Then we can go there. All right.
The place where we burnt
You're
down a
thinking
building,
of,
people loved us.
Crinzo. Yeah, and you're thinking of Crinzo.
All these
by
names,
the
they
way.
just kind of, you know.
I think you actually
Once
got
you
the
reach a certain
firefighting
age.
award for helping put out fires there.
Yeah, with my piss. I do recall that.
Instead, you ate the most hot dogs.
I just don't remember the first place very well. I was.
Well, we killed something, turned
was,
it in, and then
It was
left.
a small river village. Yeah. We
I
picked
do
up,
remember that. I do
oh,
recall
yeah.
that. Yeah. Oh, that's where the one guy died.
Yep.
The one that couldn't walk in like edges or something.
Oh, Jung, yeah. Jung Won
Yeah,
Jun.
yeah.
May he
Couldn't
rest
walk
in
on
peace.
edges. That's impressive.
He had to walk in straight lines.
Oh, I see. That makes
He
more
couldn't
sense.
talk in straight lines though. He just said nonsense all day.
All spend the end of your November, or fantasy November, heading southbound along the middle Ur-Ateru down to the lower Ur-Ateru, saying goodbye to Crenzo. Oh, such good memories in Crenzo, where you pissed on a burning house and set a house on fire and set a different house on fire, and that forest is no longer on fire, so I can finally delete this just mess on my map.
Can we now color it just like black because it's just torched?
You know, it's winter time. It's a lovely winter, by the way. High 60s still. Oh, it's great. I mean, at night it gets down to like the, mid-low 40s. But still, it is quite nice. Oh, the winter wheat is growing fantastically as you make it all the way down to Dan Ibble, where everything sort of began for you guys.
Mhm.
Shall I bring us to?
We
the
make a
Dan
pit
Ibble
stop
map?
where Hung Won Jun fell.
You do.
We just stop at some like random piece of road.
Yeah.
Like
Jonal, it's been a while since you've been here.
Yeah.
Yet it feels like not a day has gone by. When did you leave? Yes. No, that was June's funeral.
May he rest in peace.
You guys left in July.
Or something.
On July
Surely
13th.
that guy that was scamming Jam made a good use of the money I gave him to go legit.
surely.
Surely.
You know where he lives? We can go check in on him.
I got a jam empire
You
now.
want to check on him?
Jammed out.
I don't know. You think we should?
Go crash at his house for the
Might
night.
be a little bit weird. I wouldn't crash at his house.
We can, it's fine.
Listen, that's a good way to wake up without your stuff.
I'm just inviting himself places.
That's how I get all my stuff, actually. People try to rob me, then I get revenge.
Yeah, it really worked out with the halflings.
I don't
That's
think
where
he
I got
has
the-
anything worth you taking, so best
where I
you
got
do is
boot
get your own
money.
stuff back.
Is this where you beat the
Didn't
shit
you-
out of the halflings?
No,
Okay.
That was
Kenzo as
Krenzo.
well.
that's why we can't ever go back there because I might or might not be wanted. It's unsure of.
I'm
I'm
just
choosing to
confusing these
believe you are
places.
having this conversation as you are en route and sort of flying along the outskirts. It is currently the 9th of December.
I mean, we're landing.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you land close to the city? Do you land at Jam Guy's house, which was like halfway up the road?
yeah, I think it was like one of these guys up in the north here.
Do you want to stop at Jam Guy's house, Jonal?
Sure, might as well see what he's up to.
You head on to Jam Guy's house, and I need you to tell me highs or lows.
Hi.
You see Jam Guy there, as though not a day has gone by, peddling his gross bug jams. This time it's like some sort of apricot spread filled with grasshoppers.
Protein.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Jonal, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, look at you flying on a magical carpet with the same people that you left with nigh 6 months ago?
I think one of them's different.
Oh. Which one is different?
He's not sure.
I'm not sure. One of them.
He just thinks.
They all look the same to me.
Oh, that's just like you, Jonal, not remembering people or places or things or hows or whys or whens.
So how's it going? Or did you use that money I gave you to do something good for the world?
Oh, yes, I tried going legit, as they say, but... Well, I hate to admit this, but it's been several months, so I don't see why I can't. I was scammed. I spoke to investors about real jam merchandise, selling them upriver. A traveling group of halflings said they'd pay me in publicity. And then, when they asked to, up the rate after apparently good sales in Marl Ibble, they ripped off my entire stock, and then the boat I was renting.
You should know
died.
better than to trust halflings. They're always up to no good.
Joe, no! Don't tell me you've become a race realist in the time we've been gone. Do you know how much discrimination you yourself have faced as a multi-chimeric dragonborn sorceress fuck? Who also scammed the shit out of so many people? How could you say that about all halflings?
I've killed so many halflings.
Are your friends bad influences on you, Jonal?
Maybe.
Don't blame us for that.
Jonal's surrounded by race realists. Oh, God.
I might have traded a
What
part
would
of
your
my
mother say,
being.
Jonal, if she was ever here or if you ever knew her?
Probably
Yeah,
so
Janelle.
long I'm out of here, peace.
Yeah. Oh, those were the days.
Ah, that's a good joke that we've said 100 times, man. Ugh.
Joke. Jokes. Anyway, why
bud,
are you guys
can I
here?
get some jam? I need
Yeah.
some jam, man.
He'll sell you bug jam.
I use prestidigitation to make it taste good.
It never works, and you know it doesn't work.
No, it really is good. I swear.
This is shameful. Janal is a new low for you.
He will tell you that some things have changed when you guys left here. About a month while he was getting scammed by the Halfling Mafia, or whatever the fuck they're called. You all, or rather they, were more or less, I don't want to call it invaded because it wasn't like a hostile takeover, but a bunch of wizards from the Tower of the Inner Eye came by to Dan Ibble. These scryers and oracles and diviners showed up like 30-ish days after you all had left, asked about happenings magically related, and then, you know, some of them have stuck around, others have moved on, but there is a magical community sort of springing up here, and more or less leaning heavily on the judges and local suzerain.
Yeah. Sounds interesting.
Yes.
Have to go talk to them for sure. Figure out what they, what all the buzz is about.
Oh, they were looking for someone that matched your description.
What was the description exactly?
Oh, you know, a half-elf sorcerer by the name of something the Glamorous.
Uh-huh. And how long after we left was this?
A month.
And what were they trying to obtain from this person that they were looking for?
They hit me up with the, we're just asking questions, bro.
Did they
And
hit
you took, of
anyone
course,
else up?
you got a good amount of money for them out for every piece of information you knew about me, right?
Oh, I don't talk with warlocks. No way. That's the fastest
Yeah.
way
I know
to
you're
get put
not
onto a
fucking
ritual table.
snitch.
Yeah, never talk
What
to
the hell,
warlocks.
man?
I-
You've got to sell me out for money. What's wrong with you?
They never offered money. They were just asking for information.
They didn't offer money? What?
I know, right? Civil duty and obligations of state? Hell no.
Well, it's like they don't know how to get shit done.
They think I pay taxes?
We don't snitch to the fucking wizard cops, bro.
Hell yeah, he low fives, he Rosric.
I mean, listen, if they're gonna pay good money, then maybe. Fine.
You know how suspicious it is? If I just walked up to their the fucking station and I'm like, hey, I have information about Joe Null. What are you gonna give me for it? They're like, fucking nothing. And then they imprison my ass or torture me. I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
with
crazy?
you. They've got to
That's
offer
how
the
your
money. You
mind
can't ask
gets
for it. I
magic
agree.
into giving them
Yeah.
answers without your consent.
Look,
Alright?
I got scammed once. I'm not getting scammed again. Do you
Is
know
that
how
how they get
pathetic that would have been if you would show up to
Fool
my
me
house?
once,
Yeah.
shame on me.
And that was
Fool me
halflings. You know what's
twice.
worse than halflings? Wizards.
Wizards, yeah. They're all weird perverts.
True.
Fucking
just-
absolute nerds.
God.
Why does Rugyo bully those people?
Yeah, I'll bully them. I'll say to their face.
We're gonna do
Resident
cast
Evil take on-
spells
I'll
on
break
us.
your shoulder, and then I'll
You guys
say.
are gonna take on the Tower of the Inner Eye?
I mean, not
Well-
right now. Probably later.
Oh,
I was about to say, they're diviners. They could change fate on your ass.
I don't see them fucking try. I'm on a mission from my god.
You can imagine.
Where are they staying?
Oh, in the town. They're, in the... Not the ziggurat, what do you call it? They're... the Manoral Temple-ish area. They're in the upper city.
Well,
To
Janelle,
avoid
I
the
guess
upper
we gotta
city.
make sure you don't look like yourself, and Make sure your friend here don't say no shit.
I mean, he won't say shit. If they're not offering real money, cold hard cash, no information, you know?
Gold is cold and hard.
How do we make Janal look like something that's not Janal?
Face paint.
What'd you guys do to get on a Wizard Tower's radar?
Killed a person.
What?
Probably.
No,
I mean,
think it
yes,
was
but,
me.
like, not that they know of.
You're a murderer, Jonah? No!
No, I just made something up.
Oh, you're just a liar?
It's an old dwarvish
I'm a
joke. You
reliable
wouldn't get
liar.
it.
Yeah. It's our answer to
I
everything.
mean,
Kill someone.
listen, we killed some people. Come on, they were bad people.
No!
Name
Hobgoblins
one
aren't
person.
people,
Kill
Janal.
anyone.
What would your mom, who
Done
abandoned
no
you at birth, would have
crimes,
said?
Janal.
Peace, I'm out.
Alright, you have fun, Jonah. He leaves. He leaves his house.
Well, you said you wanted to stay here.
Belle, you want to put like a scarf on him or something?
Does he need it?
You don't have to. He doesn't.
I'd be before Osric or anyone can even answer that. I leave. Does he need it hanging? And I go scarf this man up, tie him in all the knots. Oh,
Wait, me? Ah!
I get disappointed halfway through, and I leave
Just
him.
grab this stranger and start.
Scarfing him.
I thought you meant Jonah for a minute. I'm like, oh. So what's the play, guys? You're in Dan Ibble. You're out of food again.
We are.
Well,
We have a lot of jam. We just steal this guy's jam. And then we
Well,
have
if we're
food.
in a city and we're out of food, I think
we're
shopping
gonna have
might
to
be
go
in
to the
order.
markets and probably.
Yeah, but we can't go in the
rent
city
rooms
with
for the night.
Janal looking like Janal. He's gonna get
Why not?
kidnapped by the wizards and they're gonna anal probe him or something.
Look, they
Well,
didn't
I
even
mean-
know his name. They're just asking for someone like his description with a weird name. We'll just say his name is.
Well, they didn't give all the information that they
Gerbil.
have to some stranger on the road. They might know more than they're letting on.
What if
Jonah,
they
You
did
gotta-
give
I
all
mean,
the information
what?
to
If
the
they try to
stranger?
grab me, don't I just fireball them with my mind?
This is our good friend
Exactly.
Gerbil.
Gerbil the
Waiting.
gullible.
Wizards are known to be flammable.
This is true, but their tower's like right there. You know, backup's like couple
Like,
hours.
we could get away with like killing one wizard, but after that, then they're gonna send real wizards, and that's a problem. One, that's a
Let's
fluke.
just go to the
Two,
market,
that's a
not talk to
problem.
anybody that we don't have to.
I
Get
still
our
think that
rations
Belle should just put a
and-
scarf on him. Just pull a little scarf. Make him look nice
Don't
and
tell
pretty.
Belle to scarf people. Belle will scarf people.
I will definitely scarf him.
cover the little half elf ears. All right. And
Are you
here,
asking-
Janal, take
Are you
take
asking me to give
attention.
Jonal a glow up?
Yes.
Belle pulls out like a 17-layer makeup case. Let's do this.
I
Are
don't
you
want them you're
proficient?
so heavy.
in Disguise Kid.
I don't think so. Let me double check. It's been a minute since I've played her.
Okay.
No.
If you're not, I am. I know how to
Oh,
use
yes.
your makeup better than you.
He knows how to use my makeup to disguise. I know how to use my makeup to stand out.
Okay. So what do we want, a glow up or a glow down?
I think it's Jonal and drag.
Good God, Max. We're never gonna lose the allegations, are we?
I'm never gonna.
What
expect-
allegation?
My name is Jonah.
There you go.
Mistress Jonah here. They won't see it coming.
I will let you guys choose between Disguise Kit or Performance, I suppose. One of you can grant
what-
the other advantage.
What attribute would I use for disguise kit here?
That'd be Charisma based.
I mean, I feel like I would have to do the performance if it were performance, and in that case, Disguise Kit's going to be better.
Then I assist with all the blushes in the world.
Okay. Let's see
I
it,
can make
Jonal.
Earrings.
The first roll of the session. A 21 is pretty good. Oh my god. Who
What
falls
did you
in
expect
love?
from the duo of Belle and Jonal? We have flattered and disguised and surprised and charmed everyone we've ever attempted to. Dead
True.
body not included.
Dead body not included. Jonal,
Yeah.
you look different. Granted, you lose the disguise, you're still Jonal. But for right now, you feel like you are not a half dragonborn. I'm forgetting how many types of dragon you are. You're
Two
not
types of
dragonborn
dragons,
sorcerer.
two types of humanoids.
You're this
100%
quadra.
Jonal.
Yeah. You're a specimen. That's what you are, Jonal. You're a creature, man. But now you feel like a humanoid. Jonal is glammed up, team. You head into town. Probably not on the flying carpet that a lot of people have already seen you on.
Oh, fine.
Sometimes we gotta lock places, Belle. I'm sorry to say.
And as you all enter Dan Ibble after the 6 or 7 months you have not been here, we're going to take our first break. And when we come back, we're going to see what's changed or get some stuff done. We'll be right back.
Or
We're gonna wedgie a warlock.
Hello, everyone. We are back. We are in Dan Ibble, Jonal's hometown. Jonal is currently disguised as you all are on a somewhat discreet shopping spree. We want to buy food. Is there anything else we want to do?
Oh, you asked me questions about why they want Janal so bad.
Let's investigate.
How do you guys go about
Secret lab.
investigating?
Really asking questions will not make us suspicious at all.
No.
I
Well,
think
first
that
and foremost, to be honest, I think we need to find a place to stay. So we can drop off this fucking rug, so I don't have to carry it anymore.
Yeah. You all have stayed in this town before, with Bahamara.
Yeah, I can show you all the best alleys to sleep in.
Janal, stop being sad and pathetic.
I think that the best way to get information and the best way to find a place is one and the same for Belle. Right? You approach the bars that would employ her, right? And so she immediately is like, "I've got this," right? And goes and finds the taverns, the bars, whatever, and does the sales pitch. I'm the best. Clearly, you got to have me here, and magics up some song and dance and. As a successful wandering bard, I am sure that that's a reasonably easy accomplishment at some level, unless
It
you
will
want
be.
to specifically.
The real question I have for you
Yeah.
is, do you stick with this lower/middle area, or do you try to head up to the walled, far more rich and expensive places?
Well, if I know anything about assassins, is they tend to like docks and they tend to like back alleys, and so I am more than happy to apply my trade at some seedier locations. Plus, they give great stories. So I think if there's, especially on a river city, if there's a bar by the docks for sailors, that's the money spot, right? That's where I'm looking.
For sure. You head on down to the river, and you guys are the town right before the river delta. It's basically Dan Ibble and then Akmori, which is more or less the economic capital of this entire region. Only the Tower of the Inner Eye is actually further south than either of you, and sits on the coast as well. So
Excellent.
you are definitely going to hear some crazy shit. Before that, though, does anyone else have any investigatory plans? Are you pairing up with someone, or blah, blah, blah?
I
Trust
will
Pax to not die.
give Pax information about people that I know in the city that could be relied upon to give information. I can't go reach out to them myself because, well, obvious reasons. But I'll drop a handful of coins in Pax's pocket to. I'll give you 10 gold. That should be more than enough to grease palms of a few people I know around here.
Okay, point the way, and I will return with news, good or bad.
Jonal, in this narrative position, who are you mostly going to be with? Or are you doing?
I think I would probably be spending most of my time at the bar, hanging out.
With.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm blanking. With Belle.
Yours truly, of course.
With Belle.
Okay.
I'll introduce myself as Joanna the Dazzling.
Wonderful.
I've never seen you before, Joanna.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You don't happen to be related to Jonal, would you?
Oh, not at all. That's a strange and foreign name. Wonder how such a name has come upon.
I I trail off because I don't want to engage with that scene any longer. Osric and Thymond, what about you two? Oh, shit. There we go.
I'm guarding Pax because he's my weak little friend, and I don't want him to get assassinated in an alleyway somewhere.
Don't say weak, say fragile. For my ego.
Fragile
fragile
These
words.
words are these words are interchangeable.
I'm not weak. I am fragile.
What about you,
If I
Osric?
hit you with a hammer, you would break.
Osric is gonna go in the opposite direction. And he's gonna go up to the hoity-toity area
Ooh.
to get a room for us. Because Osric does not want this rug to be stolen,
Mm.
frankly. And
Fair.
also, I mean, he hates these. He's probably gonna hate these people, but like we have to explore all avenues of information gathering. Unfortunately, should Osric be the one doing it up here? Probably not, but he'll try.
Hey.
We dwarves are known as very charismatic people.
Very charismatic. Very charismatic. Yeah.
Osric, out of curiosity, and maybe counterintuitively, won't the hoity-toity area be more aware that the carpet you're carrying around is a magical one, rather than the poor people who will just think you are a weird dwarf carrying a big-ass carpet around?
I mean, really, the question is, why would a stinky, oily, gross dwarf be carrying around a magical carpet?
It's a
Yeah.
family heirloom.
Okay.
I mean, I ideally what Osric wants to do is he wants to find like an equal sized like tarp or like or something that he can like that he can roll the carpet into, so instead of it looking like a carpet, it just looks like a burlap, like some sort of weird long.
Like I think that
Yeah.
was a tent.
I have a question as we talk about the carpet. Does it very clearly, obviously look like a magic carpet or something? If I were to say, set up my performance on top of the carpet, like some makeshift stage, would that disguise it adequately? Or is this does it got big magic carpet symbols on it?
It is there on the not tassels, the rim of the carpet. There are arcane symbols on it, and then there is the big central circle that sort of gives it elevation. But it's a command word. If you tell it to turn off, it is a regular carpet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you put this down as like part of a performance, you have an eccentric bell with a weird spear umbrella performing on top of a magical looking carpet, which could double as like showmanship.
Maybe I should just leave the carpet with Belle then.
That's what I think I would suggest. Just I'll set it up as my stage, right? And I'll put my zither and my instruments on it and use it as my.
Right. Osric will let you do that, and is still going to go
Wonderful.
up to the hoity-toity area to ask around because he thinks that'd be funny.
Excellent.
Bell's information gathering is a little bit more passive and will take some time. Pax and Thymond are literally going to people, and I think Osric is kind of bumbling around in the hoity-toity area, getting like discreetly followed by guards because he clearly does not belong in this area. So we're gonna do Pax first, in terms of getting more answers. Janal, where'd you send Pax to?
Yeah, so I think that there are a number of folks who are, reliably unreliable, That, if you give them a little bit of money, they'll do a little bit of what you tell them, and, give you enough of the right answers that you might want to come back to them, right?
Scoundrels.
Yeah, there's some scoundrels around the cities that, you know, not the ones that just will rip you off, the ones that are like semi-reliable, you know.
Okay.
You can trust that they're exactly the amount they'll rip you off.
The prideful scoundrels. Got you. Pax, you wander on up to what is basically just an empty alleyway that Jonal has hung out in for several dozen hours in his life, where these groups of once teenagers, now adults, still linger. You find them I suppose in the shadows of the great big cliff face that the upper tier is built on. So there is a 40-foot rise directly above you. That when the sun is rising from the east, sort of bathes this entire area in darkness. But once it's setting in the west, it shines brightly on you. What do? You see these people.
Kick my hood up. Walk like I know where I'm going. I want the confidence to keep foot pads and pickpockets off. I want to look dangerous. But every now and then, he stops and looks at his papers. I go down here. Does that look like a D, Thymond? Okay. And I go down this alleyway of wasted youth, and I look for the first name on the list. The brief description Jonal gave. Super thin.
Yeah, give me a name.
Usually. Oh, me give you a name?
Yeah. You guys asked me for names
we're
all
looking.
the time.
Good point.
Dies him.
We are looking. No. We're looking for Baron.
You give him out some cheese. Dies him.
You find Baron, Berin, and his cohort, we'll call them, of prideful scoundrels who are yucking it up, glancing at you all as you continue to approach. One of them gets off a crate that they were sitting on, lounge-like. One of them calls out to you, "Hey, who are you? You don't belong here. You're not..." And then, they see Thymond, and, the big mouth guy shuts the fuck up immediately. What do you want?
Just here to ask a couple questions. I'm looking for Baron. We have a mutual friend who sent me.
Mutual friend. A guy in the back of a pack pushes himself forward, glances at Thymond's shoes. Then looks back to you, Pax. What friend?
It's a curious half-elf, known by many names. He gave me some gold to give you in response for a couple of questions.
He's a scaly fellow.
You could say slimy, but I've not found him to be as such.
Guys,
He used to go by the name The Slimy when he was...
The teenage
14,
thing, when he was a
13.
teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Puberty hit him real hard.
Where are my manners, Mr. Baron? I am Pax, and this is my good, esteemed, very deadly friend Thymond.
No shit.
Maybe talk in private.
Of the double D's?
Hell yeah.
The one and the same.
Wow. We heard all sorts of things. You guys killed a manticore?
Yes, we did.
Oh my god. That must have been something.
Shot it right in the eye.
Is that what those shoes are made out of? Manticore
well,
hide?
these are Hydra leather.
Hydra. Okay.
They're nice, very colorful.
Well, what can I, you give him the gold, first of all. And then he will answer some questions.
Our mutual friend has other interested parties asking about him. Could I get your interpretation of such interest?
Oh, yeah. They were asking around him. Oh, God, like 4 months ago.
Any particular reason why they're looking for him specifically? Did he scam them? Is he a prince? Is he a prince?
He's not a prince.
Look, okay.
If he was a prince, we would have kidnapped him and ransomed him years ago.
Yeah, reasonable response.
The word is that Jonal has some sort of magical doohickey that the wizards want. That, or he was secretly some sort of experiment that got loose years and years ago from them, and then wandered into our town, and they just assumed he was dead until the chimeric sorcerer was discussed about more publicly in recent times.
I see. That
Either
makes
way,
sense.
a month or so after you killed that manticore, that's when they showed up.
We've also been trailing goblins up and down the river. Any news about an increased goblin or hobgoblin presence down here?
Goblins? This far south? No. No way.
They could appear quite suddenly.
Oh, if they have, we
Seems to
haven't
be some
seen
sort
them.
of magic.
They were
Let me
exterminated
just check what.
years ago.
Okay. Let me just check my notes from my esteemed colleague who sent me. Did Jonal have anything specifically he wanted me to ask?
I mean, more about like the capabilities of the people here. Like, are they like reading people's minds, or there are like 3 of them, or are there like 40 of them? You know?
Got it. These dorky wizards, are there a lot of them or just a handful?
It's kind of a hard question. When most of your time in living, you don't deal with wizards. When one shows up, it feels like a lot.
Oh, I know what you mean.
But yeah, there were like 30 of them at one point. You know, not all wizards, but they're like a weird wizard order, right?
Yeah, staff, workers, servants, muscle.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so it's a large contingent. Have they done any funny magic business that you've seen?
Not from what I've seen, but you know, they're leaning heavily on the suzerain. Suzerain. Fuck, I don't know why I keep saying it like that. You know, these tower folk are like an independent association with our government. They're not a... I don't know, they're closer to a guild than anything else. The fact that they're leaning on actual politicians and government types isn't a good sign. They haven't done anything while they've been here, but... You know, we're 5-6 months in, and we're just present.
Okay. Any word about assassins coming through the area recently?
That's gonna cost you extra, man. You know how assassins are.
That's fair. Here's 10 more gold.
Yeah, go ahead and subtract 10 more gold. He'll take your gold and say, yeah, there was one. You know about Blurry Face, the assassin?
Blurry Face the Assassin. John, do I know about Blurry Face the Assassin?
Give me a history check at disadvantage. You're not a fucking murderer. What's your background? You're a soldier. You're not a criminal, right?
Soldier.
Okay, then yeah. You have no idea.
Oh, Blurry Face. Yeah, scary. Scary to see him come through here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually know about
He
him.
almost killed me a couple years ago. Yeah.
Oh,
He almost
what's
killed you?
Why is he called Blurry Face?
Yeah,
Man.
why is he called Blurry Face? I've never seen him.
Exactly, because his face is blurry. But again, I easily escaped his clutches.
Well, you'd be one of the few.
Exactly.
Should spread that around.
We
I will.
lost Jonal up in Renabal about say a month ago. We went to go see Shell of the Seven Rivers, and she kept him as a pet
An ancient gold
out of
dragon?
curiosity. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Surprised all of us. We barely made it out with our lives.
Yeah. All I got was this cool watch that takes control of me to beat up halflings.
That's crazy. Thanks for telling me. I will spread the word. Poor Jonal. We have to rescue him, or sell him, or I don't know. Get these fucking wizards
Well, maybe
out of
those
our town.
wizards. Maybe those wizards will go rescue him for their own interest.
Yeah, maybe.
Apparently, the dragon serves a great and mighty Lord Brogan, who has a vast treasure hoard. At least that's what she told us before she graciously let us live.
That's very convenient these days.
It's more like she was teasing us, if you know what I mean, Baron.
Yeah, an ancient gold dragon was like, I serve Brogan, who's got a bunch of treasure here.
Or she's tempting all of us to go back for the treasure, so she could have a greater feast.
Alright, well, she lives 2,000 miles away, so I'm not that worried. But, you know.
That's
I'll
why
be
we
sure
came
to
back
tell,
here.
spread the word.
Perfect. Good man. And I think with that, Pax and Thyman run away like silly boys in the night.
I'm actually skipping.
You're skipping on Hydra shoes.
Yeah.
You break into song
Gotta
partway through.
Gotta show him off.
Okay. Osric,
Yes.
you're bumbling around the upper city. Hoity-toity types.
Strutting around more like showing these fucking weak chin son of bitches what a real man looks like.
What's your plan here? Just go up to local businesses, or?
I would assume this is actually where the wizards are staying.
Yes.
I
a
would like
good
to find
assumption.
out. Yeah, I would like to find out where they're staying.
Give me an investigation check. Let's see how quickly you find them.
Yeah.
You ask around, you know.
Great number.
You're not the cleverest gumshoe in the world, Osric. This ain't your city. This ain't your beat. There's no noir detective songs going on around you at this time.
Shame.
When you go and like ask some random passers-by, you get many a almost disgusted sneer of just like, "Oh my God, you smell foul." Others are just like, "Stay away!" And like when you come towards them, they cross the street suddenly. Eventually,
Smell of hard work. Shame.
Eventually, one of the, let's call them guards for lack of a better word, comes towards you, Osric, and raises a hand in greeting and says, Mr. Dwarf,
That's what I am, Mr.
are
Guard.
you here on business?
What to you?
I have been asked to question your purpose in this part of town.
By whom?
Citizens?
You've been following me this whole time. Ain't no one speak to you, man.
I've been following you this whole time.
My mistake. For the
like
2
15
seconds I went unnoticed.
No. You know how it is. Rich types.
I don't. Oh, I do know that. Yeah. I understand. Yeah, I'm not here to cause no problems. All right. I mean, if someone would answer my questions, I could just get this done with and then be on my daddy little
What's
way,
your
and ain't
question?
no one gotta tell me anymore.
No
Well,
need
I
to
was-
get violent.
I'm not getting violent. I'm just saying I stink. I'm aware of that. All right. I've been on the road for a while.
Are you
I'm
looking for a bathhouse?
Well, that would be nice, but actually I have other concerns at the current moment.
Okay.
I was informed on my way in that there were wizards around asking questions. This is
About
concerning to me because I don't like dealing with wizards. All right, listen, I'm gonna tell you this story. All right, from a working man to a working man. Okay.
Yeah.
There was once upon a day, right? I ran into a wizard. Okay, and you know, the fact that they got magic and they read them books and they learn them things, like, it don't make them better than me. Alright, but they thought they were. And so they treated me poorly. And I spoke back to them and I said, you know, this is disrespectful. And their response to that was to cast a spell on me that made me smell bad all the time. And so I'm cursed here, stinking like cabbage every day. And I was hoping that these wizards would probably be better. I don't know if they are. I don't know. Have you spoken to them?
I have, yes. Are you asking
They
for
seem
them to
like-
break your curse?
I mean, do they seem like the kind of folks to do that? Because I've heard they were around, and then some of them left, and some
All
of them
I
stuck
know is
around.
where they are.
That's all you. They haven't spoken to you.
No, you know.
They come into your city and they don't have, like, you know, the respect, you know, to chat up with who's really in charge here.
Stares at you from... What do you think?
I mean, I would hope that they would do that. If they're not, then they're not the kind of wizards I want to talk to.
Are you looking to talk to the wizards or not?
Son, you answered 0 of my questions, and I've been quite honest with you.
I'm just asking a question. It's a yes or no.
It depends on if they're the kind of wizards that you think would be helpful or not.
I don't get paid to make opinions. If you're looking for the wizards, I can take you to them.
You clearly had an opinion about me when you walked up to me, and that's why you did so.
I'm answering the concerns of the citizens, mister. Do you want to speak with a wizard or not?
I show him a gold piece.
He does not take your gold piece.
I show him 2 gold pieces.
You can do better than that. He stays outright.
Well, I'm glad we have a game that we're playing. I show him 5.
He'll take 5 gold pieces. He could have gotten 10, but he settles for 5.
I'm glad he settles.
He will tell you that the wizards are dickasses and absolutely hated by the city constabulary. The guards are not thrilled about them at all, and they are the only people who, if there is a conflict, could possibly do anything against the wizards and their bodyguards. And the local captain is not thrilled about them being here, while also dealing with regular city duties and also river inspections.
Well, have they been making your life hard, or are they just sticking around and that's the bother?
You know, it's a little bit of both.
That ain't no so nice.
No,
They got bodyguards.
they do have bodyguards.
I thought there were just 2 of them.
No.
Why they need bodyguards? They're wizards. Come on now.
They're wizards, yes. They're afraid of people touching them. With weapons.
Okay, well, fair enough. If they're that annoying, I'd be concerned about that too.
Yes.
How long they been here for?
Around 6 months.
And they planning on staying?
They have for 6 months.
Mm.
They're free citizens. They can come and go as they please, much like anyone within our coalition. But you know,
I mean, I suppose that makes sense.
when strangers disturb the local peace, we guards get antsy.
So you've been antsy for 6 months?
I've been a little antsy. And he hands you a soap on a rope.
Soap on a rope?
Yeah. Like a little string soap. Here you go.
Thank you.
The standard issue. Wash your hands. Diseases.
Oh. I will do that. Alright, well, I'm sorry you've been antsy for 6 months. Cannot be good for you or the wife. Let me tell you. That's how I got divorced. I was about to go do a tangent about that, but I decided to spare you
Glad you
guys.
didn't. John is glad you did.
Oh.
You need to speak with the wizards.
You know, after hearing how you talk about them, I don't know if that's going to be the best idea. I feel like I'm going to leave worse than I entered. That seems to be the general vibe of them.
It's true.
You know where they're staying, though, so I can avoid it?
Yes. And he points 500 feet to your north.
Okay. Thank you, good sir.
Here, let me escort you down.
What makes you think I'm not gonna stay up here?
You're not.
Well, I'll go down.
Okay. You
At
can
least
be
someone
smelly downstairs. It's their
Yeah.
decision.
At least Ozzer can send someone back up to go to that one inn if they want to ask questions around for the staff.
Belle and Joe Knoll. You have been performing with a great big non-magical carpet underneath your feet.
Most definitely.
Part of the... I don't want to call it an inn. Ale house, I suppose, is what this is more so than anything else. Is like right on the water. You step 20 feet forward and you are on a dock. Another 20 feet and you are in the river itself. It is the busy hour. The sun is setting. The evening has come. Everyone is been off work for a few hours now, chilling out, hanging, relaxing all cool. Listening to the songs and stories and performances of Belle, lacking the double D's, basically. Since Joe Null's not here. Janala? What was your fake name?
Joanna.
Joanna. You two are gathering information, both subtly and directly. What dice value can I give this so that I can spread the word? I suppose, what are you looking for in terms of information?
Well, my understanding is that there are assassins that we are looking for, and no one is looking for assassins is going to find assassins. What you're looking for is people that might know or need assassins, right? Like, so what I'm doing is playing, and I am subtly putting in stories of heroes confronted by assassins or mercenary acquisitions and thieves. I'm just giving the vibe to the room. And I'm looking as I play, and I'm doing like crowd interaction. I'm getting people on stage as like improv, right? I make them hold a puppy. It's their gun, right? If you have not seen Puppy Improv, I highly recommend it. Actually, it's very fun. But the idea here is that I get a vibe out there, and I get people used to talking to the performer. And then I take breaks, go buy a drink, sit next to people, make small talk. Maybe you enjoy this. And I see if there's anybody that seems desperate, anybody that seems like they have connections. And then I don't ask for assassins, right? I just kind of let the conversation twirl around and see if they let loose from their, tightly sealed lips something that I might be useful.
Why don't you give me I suppose this is more performative than it would be anything else.
Okay.
Give me a performance check.
I would be happy
If
to.
Joanna is doing anything to assist you, now would be the time to say how that is.
I think I'm doing my own thing.
Okay.
All right. That's a 16 on performance.
Joanna, what are you doing separately as you watch Belle start chatting up some people who are more than willing to buy her drinks after part of her show?
I think I'm trying to gather information from the patrons about, like, oh, who are those interesting fellows, the wizards there, like, they come from some kind of order? Like, what's the deal with that order, Have they come around these parts before? Like, I'm just trying to gather, I think, general information on who that order is.
Okay. That would be a more direct persuasion check to convince people to tell you of this organization. Joanna, you are not getting so much, or the kind of response you were hoping for when you sort of directly question people about these things, which to them is common knowledge, and also knowledge that you should not be trying to get their attention. You are rubbing people slightly the wrong way. And it's not so late into the night where drunkards are showing up and loose-lipping kinds of random shit. Belle, however, a 16 performance, is taking I guess, priming people more for information than anything else. Mm-hmm. And when they start talking to you, one of them questions you about your performance directly and asks, do you, need someone removed?
Oh, well, you know how it goes. You travel around, but sometimes people follow. Why?
You didn't hear this from me, because you don't know who I am, since John never gave me a name. But
Oh, of course not. Anonymity is precious these days.
there's this... I don't know if they're a group or a singular person, but apparently there's some sort of magical killer who takes money discreetly.
What?
Apparently.
That's quite interesting information.
Yeah.
You know anything else about him, or is he just some rumor? Sometimes these things just crop up. People
There's
get
a
wild
bridge.
imaginations.
To the south, towards the windmills. Supposedly there's, at midnight or so, a guy who takes offerings. exchange for names. The
man after
interactions,
my-
from what I hear, last less than 20 seconds.
A man after my own heart. So straight to the point.
I gotta go. I don't know saying these things.
I appreciate the company. And I go back to playing.
You do. Eventually, Pax and Thyman will show up. And then, a little while later, Osric will show up as well. The magical carpet is still magical and still there, Osric. Your worries were for naught.
Good.
I guess when everyone shows up, right, I have the opportunity to be like, hey, found some stuff out, right? I'm not doing it like in stopping performance, but when given the opportunity, I will let slip that there's a mysterious magic killer that you can meet on the bridge to the two windmills, if anyone were so inclined or interested.
Magic killer?
Yes.
As in they kill people with magic, or they use magic to kill?
Probably one and the same, Osric.
I mean,
We need a
is it
killer.
a
Who are we killing?
nickname? Is it a direction? Is it...
I think it's an occupational title.
Okay. Are
Who
they
do we
here
need
to kill the wizards?
I could have done this.
You feeling? I'm sorry. What was that?
Who do we need to kill? I could have done this myself.
Very confused.
I thought we were looking for assassins.
Oh, no, I'm just paranoid. There's some after me. I don't think I hired a magic killer in the past.
Oh, well,
I thought we were asking after
What?
them wizards.
Well, you could hire the magic killer to kill the assassins.
if you need another round of debt, I'm no good person, apparently.
What are the rates? 200 gold this time? They got 3 people after.
Sounds like he's more of a pay up front killer, which good, more deadly, I assume, that sort of practice. But I have no offering with which to trade for an assassin to go after an order of wizards. That'd be a great offering.
You know, that is true. I think the most spectacular thing about your predicament is that you found 2 assassins that did not demand at least half the payment up front.
I know, right? I thought
That's just-
surely I'll get away
I
with
feel
it,
like
right?
maybe
They're not
that's
that
play
smart.
on them. I feel- It's just bad business.
This is good. We could use this somehow, but I can't quite figure out how.
Yeah, I know where the wizards are staying because that's what I thought we were focusing on. Is finding out what they were after Janal for.
It is my experience that we should not hire more assassins and get dead.
As you
Not
say
working
that,
out well for me.
it is around 9 to 10 in the night. People are getting a little bit more relaxed. The liquor is flowing. When it suddenly grows exceptionally quiet, all of you are inside this inn that just sort of stops moving momentarily as people look to one another as if they've just heard something. The innkeeper looks up and questions, is Bell and the Double D's here?
Are we?
Have you
got
been
us.
introducing yourself as Belle?
Why, yes, hello.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
There's... Alright, I don't know if God just talked to me, but I just heard a thing in my head. Asking for you guys to step outside. Did anyone else hear it? And, like, several
No.
of the people are just sort of, like, looking at each other awkwardly and strangely. One
Well,
guy's
that
like,
sounds
"Yeah, I heard it. God's
fascinating.
real." One of them cries out.
Well,
See,
of
this is why
course,
I
there's a
don't
deserve to
multitude of gods.
have
Have you ever seen a
egos.
cleric? Well, I appreciate you looking out. Let me go see what's up, huh? And I will stride
One
out.
of the double dwarves with you.
I think we should both go
Sure.
with.
Come along.
I think we'll be Belle
Belle
and
and
the
the
double
double
D's, if
dwarves.
you know what I mean. All right.
Dwarf and
I-
dwarf.
I'm
his
certain I
cowl.
do.
Belle and
Pax is
the
gonna run to a window.
Yeah. Pax, you head to a window and immediately look out as Belle is just there. And there's like a small concave of maybe like 12 people who are like 30 feet from the door. That Belle will soon come face to face with as she opens the entranceway.
Well, hello. I haven't met fans that are quite so demanding in person before. What can I do for y'all?
You look at these cowled, semi-robed individuals. Some of them are wearing like half plate and have long swords on their hips. Others have great big arm bracers that would double as shields. All of them are semi-uniformed in coloration, with great big blues and whites that are either striped on shawls that sort of come from their shoulders down to their chests, and are either wrapped at their belts or just sort of dangling freely in the wind. These guys look somewhat menacing, Belle, as they are staring at you, almost with shining, glimmering eyes that dark vision creatures often give, like your own. The double dwarves head outside with you as you speak with them, and one voice, a scraggly ahem, calls out from behind this line. Two guys in the center formation step slightly to the side to let a gnome, one of the rarest and most magical humanoids who have suffered generations of being hunted down.
As he steps up, I just look around. I'm like, so which one of you was it that was so surprised when I told you gnomes were real? I told you, I've seen them before.
You call out that gnomes are real, and some random guy in the back is just like, no, they're not. They're not real halflings. I've seen a gnome. It's just a bearded halfling. It's dwarfism. This gnome looks out, dressed in their own little robes of whites and blues and purples and reds, quite shiny and vibrant and gleaming with magical eyes. Oh, you wish you could pop out those eyes and put them inside the hilts of weapons, Belle. These gnomes are highly magical. He calls
Who's to
out,
say I haven't already?
Belle, of the Double D's?
Why, yes.
And you must be Thymond Huthguk and Osric Steelfist, members of the Dwarven Confederation, far to the west.
Yeah, we're the double D's. Get it?
Yes, where is Pax Posidio, the one-eyed marksman who may or may not have a mission from God?
Well,
I think you're
haven't been-
confusing us with other people. I have a mission from God.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Your dossier said otherwise. And of course, we're looking for Jonal the Glimmering as well. Is he within earshot?
Double
the-
D's means double dwarf.
Are you
The
sure?
problem here is my dwarven companion has said is that we have split up from Jonal for some time. Seems that we have, differing feelings about the spacious and efficacious cities that we stay in. As for Pax, I haven't seen him in some time. He put up his cowl and disappeared into the night and hasn't come back. I wish I could tell you more, but he doesn't
Oh.
really much like city folk.
I see.
Now,
Well,
Do
he
you need
was
some
reported
autographs?
to be in the city just a few hours ago. Speaking
Why,
with
yes.
a Mr. Baron? Yes, Baron. He and his scoundrels are currently guests of ours. And they more or less sort of sold you all down the river.
Oh, how so?
We paid them 500 gold to tell them when Jonal showed up. And apparently
Well-
Pax Posidio of the Double Ds literally just walked up to
Well,
him.
where are them? I would ask them now.
I don't know.
Well, I
Anyway, we have
knocked
an
one of these-
offer if you're willing to hear it rather than
I
bullshit. me.
love negotiating. Yes.
Yeah. Well, are you all here or not? I don't want to repeat myself.
Well, I've already told you. I haven't seen Jonal or Pax since we entered the city. They split off to do their own thing. I wish I could help you more, but I love offers. Come on. You can tell me anything. I am a closed book.
I don't believe that at all.
Of course you do, I suggest to him, spurning a spell.
Are you going to cast a spell?
I don't know. I think I have suggestion. Let me see. I did not take it. Never mind. I could command him to believe me. Please.
For 6 seconds, he believes.
No, I don't. I wish I did, but I don't have it.
You say this to him, and he will... Okay. Let's discuss inside.
Why, of course.
John, I would like to roll stealth to hide behind the bar.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll stealth. Anna, what are you up to? What?
Yeah, I'm just chilling with the crowd.
For sure.
This is Joanna. She's got no reason to hide.
Exactly.
Actually, John,
Thymond
can it be
Osric...
intimidation?
I'm sorry?
Intimidation to the barkeep?
He doesn't care. He's just as terrified as you are, Pax.
May I, as I invite them inside, I'm like, sure, and I give all of the cover possible to these guys, right? I want to dazzle with my magical image to the point that I will burn a bardic inspiration and don my mantle of inspiration, becoming the center of attention, but also allowing my people to move very fast. So Pax can just fucking book it his full movement speed as a reaction, instantaneously. And I want to just lead these people up the stairs in the most peacocky of dazzling looks I can possibly pull off with a parasol and a pipe and horns.
Before... Yes, of course you can do this. Anyone who wants to move... It's a very obvious... There are 15 people about to enter this same, somewhat crowded establishment.
Mm-hmm.
Belle, you step inside and quickly channel your enchanting magic to make Pax go slightly quicker to the bar, leap over the side, and just take it. Jonal is currently disguised amongst the peoples. I suppose I should give full numbers. Let me roll a dice to see how many people exactly are in this bar with you.
2.
Aside from the innkeep. Yeah, just 2. It's not super late. What's 13 plus 9?
22.
22 people are within this bar. Some people have already, dipped out as soon as they heard God speaking to them. Of just one guy stood up, went to the kitchen, and just walked out the back door immediately. Nope, not dealing with this.
Not today. Not today.
Not today.
Belle, you pass already just an alcoholic who's just passed out,
Yes.
back and forth twice.
Also my kind of
him
people.
going out. He's just like,
We've been standing
There it is.
over him talking the whole time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you go in, glimmering, shining, golden. Can you post your thing?
Yes, I
Post your
can.
The hostess, Belle.
That is canonically kind of my training and background.
Anyone who's been affected by this gains 5 temp health. Please distribute that now. For fun. Not for any reason. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, all my party members, right? They are welcome to use the movement or the health. As I guess the health comes just automatically.
Are you at 20 charisma? Can you hit everyone? Or 18?
I am at 20 charisma.
Okay, cool. Perfect. That's what I needed to know.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
Oh, it's 8 temp hit points because are you at level 5?
I don't remember what level I got to. I am level 5. Yes, it will be 8.
Okay, cool. So 8 instead of 5 temp health, guys. Not that you need to know this for any reason. Right? As you all step inside this very crowded little ale house, the innkeeper slowly lowering down to Pax's level of like, all right, what's going on? The wizard's here. You shut him. Thymond, Osric, it's almost like a weird standoff is beginning. All the civilians / citizens of the town on your side, which is close to the bar itself, versus this vaguely intimidating group of magically associated people, and this little gnome guy who hops up onto a bar where Belle is, or not bar, a table where Belle is currently sitting at, eyes the splayed out carpet that you were performing on all night, and says, "Wow, look at that! Is that a zephyr? That little instrument you have?"
Oh, you mean a zither?
A
Yes.
zither. I'm so sorry. I've only read about them.
Oh, would you like to hear it play?
Not right now.
Oh, I insist.
Maybe
It's such
if we
a
have
beautiful
like
instrument.
a peaceful negotiation, for sure.
Excellent. Come. Negotiations aren't for public places. Let's go to my room.
No, this
You'll
is
love it
perfect. Where everyone can hear us. I think everyone has a right to know, since, you know, whatever consequences come from this negotiation, everyone's getting involved in them, right?
Why?
Why
I
not?
think you're being vaguely threatening, which
Am
does
I?
not. It seems that way.
I thought that was
I'm trying
your
to be real
specialty.
courteous here. Well,
You want me in your
guilty.
room? Man,
Yes, of
I'm a married
course.
man.
Well, then you won't have anything to worry about, will you?
No, I have a lot to worry about. My wife's crazy. She'd kill me if she knew I went into a random alehouse room with a...
Oh,
Well, let's be real.
is it a happy marriage? That doesn't sound like a lot of trust.
No,
Tell me
it's
about
not
it.
happy.
Come on, leave.
It's super inconvenient, honestly. I wish I could divorce her, but, you know, it's so one-sided in this human country.
Well, I've learned to a place where there's this thing called no-fault divorce. You just go to the courthouse. We can get that figured out.
Yeah, judges don't like gnomes. We think, well, they think my toes are magical, and if I cut them off and give them to them, they'll live for another year. So you can
Well-
understand my, you know...
What if I presided as
Hesitation.
judge?
What? You're gonna touch my toes?
No, I
Don't
don't
touch
want
my
your
feet.
toes. I'm not a
Wearing
feet
shoes.
girl, I promise. I have other interests.
Oh
Now,
God.
I can fix this problem for you though. No problem at all.
Sure. Jonal, are you here? Can you hear me?
Like I said, he's not here, darling. You're talking to Belle.
Okay. Well, Belle of the Double D's. We're looking for a highly dangerous magical artifact that your companion may or may not be keeping on his person. We need it to no longer either exist at all or for it to be safely contained. And out in
Which
the
one is that?
wild is not a place that is safe. So, Belle, what I desperately want you to take to heart is that we're willing to pay you an ass ton of money. We even have magical items we will give up for the destruction of this. You know, your traveling adventures, I'm sure you've heard of bags of holding. We could get one for at least every 2 members of your party. I don't know if that matters.
Well,
to
that's
you.
a wonderful offer. I am intrigued, of course, but what item are you talking about? I have no idea.
It is a spell focus that sort of doubles as a spell book. It looks like a big crystal orb.
Oh, that sounds interesting. What is it about this orb? I do love stories. Tell me more.
Well, the orb within it has what is basically a wish spell that could effectively kill thousands of people.
Oh, that sounds
And
dangerous.
It's very dangerous. That's why we desperately want you to convey this message to your friend.
And where is this orb from?
I don't know.
I
You're
feel
gonna
like
have to
I would have
ask Jonah.
seen a crystal orb if I had been, traveling with it.
All right, are we just gonna play dumb for the rest of this night?
You have no idea how dumb I can play.
This gnome goes silent and just sort of looks at the crowd. Is this harlot your speaker? Do you trust them
They're
with
not
the
part of
lives
the
of
double
cities?
D's. Can I incite the crowd? Actually,
Yeah, for sure.
I've been playing with them all night and like being pals and like drinking with people and stuff. And like, can I like attempt to turn this crowd on these people for harassing me in public? How dare they? I'm a celebrity, but I have rights too.
Give me an
okay?
insight
Like, this has
to
gone
read
too
the
far.
crowd before you can manipulate them.
Okay, I will happily do so. It's an 11.
On an 11, you quickly realize that these guys are terrified. And whatever loyalty you built up within these 4 or 5 hours does not outgrow the months of fear that these wizards have instilled within them.
Okay.
John, I have a couple questions.
Okay. What's up?
So this guy came with, what did you say, like 12 guards or something like that?
Yeah,
Where are those guards
And
hanging
more
out?
wizards, right?
they're inside this room with you. Everyone is in fireball formation right now. People
Including
are
the
packed.
innocents, yes. Are they guarding the door?
Oh yeah, for sure. They're on the front door, front window area, sort of keeping everyone here. You do know that there is a back way out. You watched someone leave through it a little while ago.
Are there any side or back windows?
Highs or lows?
Ice.
There is one side window, but it is closer to them than it is to you currently.
Gotcha.
Also,
Okay.
What's the plan?
I'm not doing anything currently. I just wanted to make note of the situation.
Gotcha.
Pax is doing something. Pax is summoning his bow, getting ready for action.
You're under. The bow pops up into your chest. The guy's like, oh, as he sees the like warping of the bow. God, hold my hand. He's terrified. After the 5 or 6 seconds of silence passes, as he just outright calls Bell a harlot, he looks to Osric and then Thymond. Mr. Dwarves, Mr. Steelfist
Aye.
and Mr. Huthcock, correct?
That is my name.
You all come from a highly respectable group of people who definitely would put the lives of member states of the coalition above personal wealth, correct? You wouldn't hold on to what is effectively a magical superweapon for personal gain, would you?
Just as a quick recall of history, where were the gnomes during the Great Wars where my people
We were
fought
being
dragons?
hunted down to become magical components by humans.
You already told us about the toes, darling. You really should pay attention.
Yeah.
I'm not really trusting of people who are shorter than a dwarf. Bad history with them.
Okay.
I can make him taller.
So we
with
have...
the help.
Huthcock chooses to not believe me based on racial prejudice. What about you, Mr. Steelfist?
I don't like the way you talk to Miss Bell over here, so I won't be saying a dang thing to you unless you apologize first.
Are you saying you would not be irate when getting the runaround by, let's be real, a demon-hunting prostitute?
I would be irate if someone were to disrespect my friend based off information they may or may not have heard through the grapevine. I'm a person
What
who
if I
believes in
had
facts.
multiple source
And the
confirmation?
fact is, you've been very rude.
Okay. Does rudeness outweigh the lives of you, everyone in here, this entire city? Maybe even the coalition as a whole? I'm just saying, guys, if you have what we think you have a key to starting a war between member states of this coalition founded on the same spell that kept the ancient dragon from burning everyone to death. Do you remember Sarl the Insatiable and how he hasn't come out of his stupid hole for 500 years? It's because of the spell you have. If you cast this spell in a capital of any city in our member states of this coalition, everyone there would die almost immediately to what is effectively an immune-surpassing cold damage spell that seeps into the land and spreads. We want to destroy this item so that, you know, that doesn't happen.
I may be confused, but wasn't word around town that Sorrow was no longer in his hole?
Yeah, it's true. Or, you know, that's what the scryers say, who can scry on him.
Do you know where he is?
No, he went missing. Maybe to find this item so that he could end the spell, or move it to somewhere else. That's why we have to destroy... There's multiple reasons why we should destroy it, and I can articulate each one. But currently,
Well,
it's
buddy,
in the hands
it
of...
sounds like you need to go find somebody, and they ain't here. Good luck with that.
He stares at the 4 of you, or 3 of you, who are... interacting with him.
I've heard your pitch. I don't have your little orb. I wish I did. It sounds really neat. I'd love to get my hands on something like that, but I don't have it. I'm sorry. I wish you luck, but you're
Okay.
scaring the poor people here.
If this is your answer, that's fine. But you understand by keeping this item, you're making enemies of anyone who wants it, right? Do you have
Yeah, I
the
mean-
power to potentially fight nations?
Well, if
organizations.
I believe you about that orb, it kind of sounds like it. Sounds like you're kind of overselling our power, though.
Final chance. Peaceful solution, bribery, everything you guys could want as adventurers. Friendship with a magical tower.
I'm not
I wish I
very-
could help you.
I will grab my wand surreptitiously in my pocket and use subtle spell to cast message on Bell.
Okay.
And I will see what is the length.
What is the
And-
length? That's an interesting question to ask in the middle of my head.
As a quick thing, subtle spell
About-
gets rid of all components, right? Not just one.
Verbal and somatic.
Okay, cool.
So that's why I said I had to touch my wand in order
Understood.
to do
Yeah, to what?
it. Yeah, you heard me.
And he asked how long it was, too. It's very strange.
Is that a wand in your
It's got
pocket?
a dragon's heart core made out of heavy oak. Yes.
I will use the message spell to remind Bell. There's a half orc that has one of these items too.
Bell wasn't there
That
for that.
sounds cool.
There's another.
Belle was not there for that.
Yeah.
Well, Bell was there, but it's T-posing.
There's another
I
one of
guess
these
I'll
around.
I guess I'll remind Thymond then, because he'll be able to.
Yes, I was there. I know what he's going for. That, in fact, there was a half-orc who seemed to be in coalition with a bunch of goblins, hobgoblins, and a red dragon who might or might not have one of these items that you speak of.
Do you know their name?
Alan.
Tried to ask for it, but they refused to tell us. The closest person that might know it would be Gold Dragon, who lives very far north of here.
Yes, Shell of the Seven Rivers. We are aware of this person. Or creature. They're not very
Sounds like
friendly.
you should go ask them.
So if you want their names, that's the best person we have. Or if you know anything about the Red Dragon attacking the cities up north, they would probably also know the person who has it, the half-orc himself, hundreds of dead goblin bodies. I mean, lots of people. have it.
Huthgok, if your king were to tell you to surrender this item to us, would you follow that order? If you had it in your possession.
If my king,
If yes, the king of the dwarves.
you're saying if the king of the dwarves
If,
demanded a single
if I
dwarf to betray
gave you
everything.
actual
Holy
evidence that the king of the dwarves ordered you to give this item to me, would you follow that order or not?
Are we in the kingdom of the dwarves?
Why can't you? Why can none of you answer a straight question? I feel like I've been very
I'm giving you a
honest
lot of
with you.
answers, buddy.
I
I don't
am
know
known
where
for
the guy you're
being
looking
very-
for is. I don't have your orb.
I know you're
It sounds
lying.
like some orc has an orb. Do you know I'm lying?
I do.
Then I know you're
yes.
lying. Yeah, you're lying too. You're telling me there's some orb I don't know about that doesn't exist that could kill everybody. You need to get on your way.
Look, my good friend, my good tiny friend.
Yes.
What are you trying to gain from this situation?
I'm trying to destroy a magical item before it kills everything and everything. The
And I
Hoarfrost
told
was
you.
built.
That there's a half-orc out there who
We will hunt him down if this
He's
is the
kinda already
case,
doing
but
it.
we know for a fact Joe Knoll had this item. And if
Better go find
your
him.
contention is that you do not travel with him anymore, then I would ask for all the relevant information that goes with that, so that we can
and I
hunt him down and talk to him about this item in good faith before he makes a mistake and kills thousands of people. And if I
He put
can't
his cowl
convince
in.
you for whatever personal greed to help assist us, then we will take the correct measures and deal with that.
Well, it sounds like you need to start taking some correct measures, because you gotten 4 answers and you keep just beating the bush, and I'm quite tired of it.
Okay. So long as you speak for everyone here of your party. I'd assume well, I guess I shouldn't make assumptions anymore. I suppose we're
How
entering a
smart
new
are
age.
you? He's learning.
Okay. Fare you well, and good luck. You will need it.
Sounds like you
this-
do more than us.
Little gnome stands up and leaves the room. One of the guards goes out, then another, then another. Then several civilians run out the back very quickly. The innkeeper, realizing he can either stay or just leave, also
Hey,
steps
buddy,
over
buddy.
Pax.
No. Come here. For
Who
your
are you?
troubles. I produce a platinum piece.
You give him a platinum piece. He says, "Thank you.
Yeah,
I
that
gotta
was
go.
an ugly business.
I gotta get out of here."
If you must.
Osric.
Eventually, all of these people leave. And effectively, Pax is on the floor. Jonal is maybe in the building, or maybe ran out with everyone.
Yeah, I think I ran out with everyone.
Leaving the 4 of you inside of a tavern.
Very combustible tavern.
Does anyone chase after Jonal before he runs into the wind and separates
No.
from your party forever?
Osric keeps his finger here, goes over to the rug, pulls it out.
Okay.
You roll up this massive rug. You start heading out to the back.
Well, no, I wave Osric over to the bar, where I'm like kneeling at the edge of the bar, where they can't see me from the windows. It's like, Osric, I am willing to be a distraction. Where's Jonal? You, Jonal, Bell, and Thyman, take the magic carpet and go. I will be a distraction. I will catch up with you.
If it was a distraction, we could just burn the bar down.
Terrible idea.
They're gonna do that in a second with a fireball,
You
Thyman.
need to go.
Out these front windows, are they just gathering and like starting to chant spells and stuff? God.
You go to the window.
I'll
And
meet you
look.
at the jam house.
Can
Does
I
Pax leave
stealthily
cover?
go in the window and look?
You want me to go to the window?
Yeah. Thyman, go to the window.
I'll go to the window with like a cup of ale while sipping it.
Thyman, you look out the window. You do not see the gnome, but you do see the guards. They are 30 feet, or within 30 feet.
Osric starts going towards the back door.
See, my worry is that they're gonna already have people at the back door.
Yeah. It's probably a good worry to have.
So you guys are gonna like walk out with this carpet. And
Is
just
there
get
an
jumped.
upstairs?
Yeah, assumedly.
Osric will go upstairs.
Yeah, you start heading upstairs. You're in a small hallway where the, I suppose, innkeeper and maybe a few guests would stay.
Is there a
This
window?
isn't like a full-blown inn. It's an ale house for like dock workers and stuff.
I think
Is there a
I
window?
motion for everyone.
Yeah. There's several windows.
Yeah,
Each
okay.
room will
I'm gonna
have
look out. I'm gonna look out the windows. Which one? Where's guards? Where are people?
They're still mostly in the front, but you only saw
Okay.
12. There could be more.
Yeah. Are there any in the back? Can I see through the window out there?
You tilt your head. And sure enough, yeah. They're
What
a
about the
little bit
sides?
more discreet. I'm sorry.
Do I see any at the sides?
Yeah, this building's surrounded, Osric.
Great. Cool. All right. Is there? What is this roof situation? What's this roof?
You see a small ladder that leads to a trapdoor that can go up to the roof.
Great. Osric is going up to the roof and is like he's gonna kind of like whistle, to people.
All right.
I think if y'all all follow Osric up, I have a whole play I have planned for the front room to make a distraction.
Okay.
You want to tell us about it?
Oh, I was going to use prestidigitation to slowly turn off the lights, and then do an intimidating yell out that hell's coming with me, and I was going to fly out the front door and try to lead him away with a fly spell.
Terrible idea.
It's a great idea, personally.
Terrible
I just
idea.
think they would shoot you down with arrows before you get more than 5 feet out the door. But it'd be really cool.
Pax, Bell, Thymond, and Osric, what are you guys doing? Osric's at the second floor trying to silently urge people to fucking join him. It sounded
I'm
like
joining
Bell... Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the last one to go up there, just trying to make sure everyone else gets up there safely, and that we're not just gonna get jumped from behind, but also urge Pax yeah, you could turn off the lights, but let's go up.
How high up?
I was
can
just
the-
going to start. I
Get
got
away from
32
my
arrows.
Get away
Thymond.
right now.
I was going to use all 32 arrows right now.
Osric's fighting a cat, it seems, in real life.
He's losing.
Stay away.
Osric heads up. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, Pax. I was so distracted by the human struggle of maintaining the camera. Can you repeat your last thing?
Pax was thinking that he's got cover. He's got an open firing line out the front door. He could take 3 or 4 of them with him before he tried to retreat out. As the last line of defense for his party mates to fly off. Because if we get on that rug, they're just going to shoot down the rug.
Probably.
If
If they
you're high
think
up
Jonah's
enough.
on it.
Yeah. So I thought I would keep him busy while everyone flew off, and then I would use my fly spell to catch up.
Is that what you want to do?
I don't think we can sneak our way out of this one.
It's been
I
2 or
think we're
3 minutes. They don't seem to be in
Listen.
a rush.
We've got a plan, okay?
All right. What's the plan?
Osric was gonna lay out the rug.
You lay it out.
We were all gonna get on it
Uh-huh.
and just shoot straight up.
Yeah.
It's night.
Break through the roof. I love it. Let's do it.
It's
I've
nighttime.
always
On the roof,
dreamed.
I think.
I've always dreamed about busting through a building and then yelling at my enemies behind me. It sounds so cinematic. Let's do it. I want to break at least 3 timbers on the way by.
I am concerned that if we do this and they see Pax leave after us, they will realize that. I mean, they kind of already know that we're lying, but
I didn't lie. I hadn't seen him. Had you seen him?
seeing who?
Exactly my point.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
so
so we
I'm willing
might-
to do the rug thing. I'm just worried that if all 4 of us on the rug, they'll just be like, "Oh, there they go." Or if I start a fire a couple of arrows, that'll give you the chance to go.
I think it's easier to have a 4th person on a rug than it is to have 3 people leave on a rug.
Pax sneaks around the room, turning off all the lights, and creeps upstairs to be like, "Okay, Osric, I'm with you." Just-
Alternatively, we just sit here and have a free bar. There's a lot of booze in here.
How easy is it to make a Molotov cocktail?
Oh, just a little rag and a light.
See, my concern is that they were
Indeed.
listening this whole time.
The
'cause
pyromancer,
wizards are tricky.
Molotov, was very...
His famous recipe.
Are we
Passed
staying
down.
or are we going? There is a roof access. You guys could set up your thing, your flying carpet, and fly off into the night.
So are these guards outside look like both like a combination of magic users, range users, and martial?
Maybe. You know, the guys you saw definitely looked more martial oriented. Maybe they had they didn't wear armor, or maybe they wore armor underneath their robes.
My worry is it only takes like an arrow or two, and then the magic carpet's destroyed, and then we plummet out of the sky to our deaths.
You want to just hang out on the roof and wait?
I mean,
See where
if
the
we
night
get up
takes
to the
us.
roof,
Picnic on the roof.
The four of
We
you
get up to the
have
roof.
a starlight picnic on the roof. Jonal, however, has run with the crowd. He got out while the getting was good, as it was. He's disguised up. Doesn't look anything like himself currently. And Jonal, you do sweat a little bit as you see these cowled and magical arcanists who are spectating you all with glowing magical eyes. What are you thinking about in this moment? Out of curiosity.
I think I'm already like on to the next step, right? Like, okay, I'm leaving, but like, how do I meet back up with the group? And I'm thinking, you know, how do I stay hidden and meet back up with the group? And I'm not even worried about this step right now. I'm just like worried about the next step.
Worried about the next step. You head into the city with these group of people who quickly scatter, go home. The innkeeper sits down like 300 feet away, like, oh my god, they're gonna blow up my house. They're gonna blow up my building, my everything. I don't have insurance. I don't have flooding or fire insurance. Let's pass this guy. You don't give a shit about his problems. Just a mop comes into frame on his camera. Jonal, you head deeper and deeper into the city. I mean, you've lived here your entire life. You know every single back way. You know everyone who you could seek shelter with briefly, if not to. God, where's all your shit, you think to yourself. You're disguised up. It's not like you're carrying your entire inventory. Is it at the jam guy's house, Jonal?
John, I really don't have a big inventory. I am carrying my fanny pack of stuff with me.
Is
He's
your
got his
crystal
wand
ball?
and his fanny pack.
Yeah, I've got my crystal ball, my 3 little blood, or I guess 4 blood total of these diamonds. I got my wand, I've got my dagger. Like, this is pretty much what I've got. I've got my fork, spoon, and knife.
Jonal, with your utensils, both culinary and wizardly, you head off into the night. Entirely unaware that these guards who had detect thoughts going, scanning the civilians, imagining someone was invisible running out with them, rolled their natural 20 perception check to sort out who was where and who was what, and you thinking about so intently how you're going to make it back to the group has keyed them off. Next week, you will be trying to evade the people who know somehow, as if you told the world all about your magical exploits for months now. How to escape these wizards, who may or may not be trying to save the world from you. Guys, thank you so much for playing Dungeons & Dragons with me. I hope you're excited for a high-speed rescue on the slowest magical carpet. And Jonal, a quick and speedy escape
Well, we might be actually in range now if we've eaten a lot of the rations, and Janala's not here.
True.
I'm none of the weight anyway.
Very true.
Yeah, Osric. Really? Jonal's the problem? You ate 3 of him.
Well, so the rations were 144 pounds. That's a lot, which is more than Janal weighs.
True. You
Yeah,
shove
in
them
theory,
all.
we
So
should
with
be.
him, it's 250 something,
Guys,
which I think might put us in range.
if
or
any of
close.
you have shout-outs you want to make so that I can lead us out, I need to do a little bit of reputation for you guys.
Shout out to
Because-
the multiple
Go for it.
times we begged Jonal not to keep talking about all this stuff we're doing, and now the consequences of his actions are coming
Yeah,
back.
flashbacks to all the times we mentioned. Should we be saying that to people? Should we be telling people about this? Should you be doing that?
I maintain that I did nothing wrong.
I mean, he's not
Based.
wrong. We left him unsupervised on several occasions.
True.
Or Belle, that one time where she bragged about having the fucking blood diamonds to a goddamn.
A wizard.
Tower
I
of
was
Wizards.
making a deal. I was gonna get something out of it.
Huh?
Listen, we all have blabbed our share, okay?
No, Osric didn't say shit.
Things I've blabbed about.
we-
Isn't that right, little kid?
Hydro leather shoes and his cool
I didn't
axe
do
I made.
any of
That's
it.
like. In that I beat
You
up
caused
half. It's like
problems.
Shout
I
out
This
to
is
the
your
blabbers,
fault.
John.
Shout out to the
You were
cat.
knocking over shit.
Man, if that was my
Shout out to
cat,
the
he would have
cat.
slapped me in the face with such disrespect.
He
Uh,
loves me. Mwah.
Guys, I want you all to take 1 point of greed and 1 point of cohesion for all of you backed each other in this moment. That's very good. It might not have been combat, but it was definitely a stressful situation, and all of you were on board. Cover for your buddy, and also fucking
Look.
lie through your teeth. Yeah!
I'm a reliable person. I'm not just gonna pull back the moment money gets brought up. I'm
It's
gonna do
true.
what I was here to do.
Is it greedy to want to save the world?
Well, you know, you're keeping
Yes.
a magical item from a guy who was trying to buy it from you because you think you can get something better from
I think it would have been greedy to give it to him for money.
Yeah, that's. I feel
Maybe.
like we did the opposite of greed.
Maybe
Yeah,
you're
I think-
destined to get a point
they're
of greed
both
no
greed.
matter what, you know? Because this
Osric
is...
is on
They're
a
both
mission
greedy.
from God. He sees this as his holy duty. If he gave it up for money, that would have been greed in his opinion.
I think it's awesome
Guys-
that you think you have a mission from God, and I'm trying not to accept a mission from God.
Any other shout-outs we want to make?
Shout out
Alright.
to my mission from
Shout out
God.
to Shout out to Bell's Double D's in their back.
Hell yeah!
Hello. Welcome back, Greg.
Thank you.
By the way, everyone take home 500 experience.
I
Sick.
think I'm at
Looks
level
like-
6 now.
I think I
Same.
forgot to give experience.
500 would put me at 12.
That should put me at level 6. When we get back, I'm gonna be much more confident because I was like, I'm just gonna go outside and start fighting these guys. I might die, but I could take out a lot of them with me.
I don't know how many you would have been able to take down with you. To be
Well, as a level
Everyone
6
at
now,
home,
a
thank
few
you so
more.
much for watching us. We'll be doing leveling up off stream if we have leveled up next week. Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Take care.
Whoop.
Don't die. Say it rude.
Bye.
Be patient.